Mike Israetel. He should have me as his coach, but that's one guy I wouldn't coach. Well, he might blame me or he might blame the tan. He's not going to take ownership on himself.
If you were a piece of gym equipment, what would it be?
This is a real question.
Yeah, it's a real question. You gotta answer.
Hip thrust machine. Guys don't use that.
I did today. Really. Like, I like a big, like, glutes. I'm into Star Trek and Star Wars. This is what I like, and I like dressing up as a cat during sex.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Think It With a Pump, where we get a pump and we think more clearly about it every time.
That's it. That's it. You got it.
No, I don't even think we need to do that anymore. But we have a special guest today. You want to introduce him?
Greg Doucette, Coach Greg.
Greg goddamn Doucette.
Damn right.
That's it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
Happy you're here with me.
Yeah, man.
A few delays. You're here about a day and a half late. Storms.
Oh, God, man.
Halifax is such a small little island. You had to take that little plane.
Yeah, dude.
A paper airplane flew you in here.
It was a delay to a cancel to a new flight with a layover. We got on the flight after that one was delayed. Then we landed in Boston. Then we think we're going to Halifax. That got canceled. We're stuck in Boston. And then we had a 6 o'clock flight the next day. And I was the only one going to Halifax. And then we took like a prehistoric airplane that sketched me out and had propellers. And like I swear it was like a lawnmower engine.
You got here though.
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
And got all my body parts.
We got a sick workout. I'm still sore from it. I'm going to feel it tomorrow for sure.
Yeah. Did you wait to hit that lift with us?
I just did bike races for the last 3 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I train my full body every 3 days, so I'm fine. I can take an extra day off. So I had an actual extra day off. So this is my day 4.
Okay.
So I hadn't done weights for 4 days.
Okay. You waited.
I did an extra bike race yesterday just to make sure.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And you've been winning those races, huh?
Not all of them.
Not all of them?
I try.
Yeah. It's good, as long as you try.
I try. You can't always win. It wouldn't be fun.
Right. Exactly.
You'd be like C-Bum or Tire.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun if you win every time.
That's true. Okay.
True. Humble guy.
Yeah.
But for audio listeners or the audience that do not know you, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
I'm Coach Greg. I'm a 5'6" manlet, and I make funny videos about fitness and health. Try to help people to lose weight, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I like how you describe it as funny, because a lot of people don't know that you're not. A lot of people don't know that you're not that serious.
I don't understand how they can't tell.
I could tell. I mean, I didn't honestly start dabbling into your content until like a few months ago, and then because of Togi, because we did the video with Togi. And then you reacted to it, and I was like, damn, I'm in that. That was pretty cool. So thanks for doing that, even though it wasn't about me. But I'm watching that, I'm geeking. And then my girlfriend's thinking like, yo, he's throwing shade. I'm like, no, he's not, because you're not telling. He's totally kidding.
Right.
And that was me not even knowing your content fully yet.
People that meet me for the first time, half the time they're like, why aren't you yelling and screaming? Why aren't you being an asshole? Why aren't you being a dick? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not like this. I just make videos. I just comment. I tell you exactly what I think, but I don't think I'm being a bad person. I just don't get that vibe.
Yeah. You opened the door today to us. We pulled up to his house, and you were just so calm. You're so much more calm in IRL than
Were
you
you
were.
Expecting the screamy voice? Like you just thought that's what I'm going to be like?
I knew that you weren't like that. It's still it was still kind of just surprising.
It's still a different vibe.
Totally different vibe.
Why
So
that?
I've been wanting to know, that voice is for the camera? Because
Absolutely.
I didn't hear it once today.
No, I got the Batman voice. Yeah. No, I my older videos, I was like, I want to be kind of like Jeff Nippard, sound really smart and make my videos. No one was watching those videos. And then when I got angry or somebody pissed me off and I started raising the voice, then the comments were like, you're so passionate. I can feel it. I'm like, oh, I'll start talking about anything I'm passionate about. So I then started catering my videos about things that I really felt strongly about, like whether I was hot or cold, whether I agreed with it or disagreed. I went really hard on that. And the more I was feeling it, the more aggressive I was. So people just really like that. And I just did more videos like that.
Yeah, no, it works. And it's entertaining. And the neck veins pop. Just even there, People
I think
are
it's
like,
because I'm
stressing.
lean enough to see it, I guess.
Yeah.
I used to get made fun of. It's like, you're on steroids, that's why your neck's popping out. I'm like, okay, maybe. But you're still watching and commenting.
Hell yeah.
The haters make you famous. If everyone loved my videos, no one would watch my videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. If everyone liked my videos, no one would like my videos. Because the haters are what makes the videos interesting.
Yep.
The negative comments, I find the worst one and I pin it.
smart.
Whoever's making fun of you the most, pin it. Pin a shame, and then everyone can comment. I love it. Togi would say the same thing.
Right.
You need half your audience to like you and half to hate you, because then you go more viral. Because everyone's talking about, can you believe what Greg said?
Yeah,
Can you,
'cause
yeah, it
the
happens
haters
all the
always
time.
come back because they want to continue to hate.
That's
And then
true.
people that like you want to come back to see what the hater is going to hate on and then see, like, if it's even worth hating on. I don't know. It's just like even that alone is going to get people to click. And everything's always sort of controversial because you're always coming at somebody. So it works.
Yeah, the best is when somebody attacks me. Like, it's my favorite thing if somebody hates me.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody makes a video, I hate Greg because, oh my God, I'm just like, I can't wait to get into the recording studio.
Right.
Like, I'll be in with the robe. I'm like, I'm not going to Greg over your stomach. I just got to make this video right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, like, as soon as somebody hates me, it's like video time.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my favorite video to make.
That's more content.
And I don't hate them back.
Right.
I'm just like, I don't care. It's just funny to me. Like, you're
Yeah.
saying all this shit about me.
Yeah, you're
Like,
super
I'm paying for
unfazed.
escorts in Florida, and I'm buying all these. I'm like, really? Okay, let's talk about that.
Uh-huh.
Like, I was dating this eye surgeon, still dating her.
Yep.
And I was in Florida with her and another girl, and then this John Bravo's like, oh, he's paving these shamutas to like escort. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's a freaking eye surgeon, and that's her hairdresser. I'm like, I'm not paying for these girls.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, it's entertaining, and people love it. So I can get mad. You can't believe you said it. I'm like, I don't care. I
Right.
think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I think it's funny. But if I just made a video and I was like, oh, it's fun. Like, it's funnier if I'm mad.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah, dude, if you were happy, I don't think it would be as funny. It's
Yeah, I've been
funny
mad
that-
a few times. Like I was
Uh-huh.
mentioned earlier about when the guy said I was a racist. I was like, sometimes it's going too far.
Yeah.
But like anything that says like, I hate Greg, he's an asshole, he's ugly, he's a pussy, he's short, he's poor, he couldn't get a girl if he had to. I love all that stuff. But if you're lying about me, it's like, nah, it's kind of going too far.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's valid.
You have someone in mind? That's someone that actually pissed you off.
Well, the racist comment was Chef Rush that he made that comment. But like, we're cool now. Like, but at the time, I don't know if he thought I was racist or something, but he suggested it. I was like, no. That was probably that was the maddest I've ever been on camera for sure.
Right.
And I think anyone that's watched that video, like, they would know.
Why did he say that? Why did that even come out?
I was making a video on him saying that he was lying about eating 8,000 calories a day, that he was doing 2,222 push-ups at 2 in the morning every single day. And I was like,
Sounds like-
no, there's no
Right.
way these. I just said I don't believe you, and
Yeah.
I think I did like a natty or not on him, and he's like, "What is like?" He's picking on me because I'm black, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"I pick on you. I don't care if you're white, black, female. I pick on everyone.
Right.
You know, not because of your color, because you're just somebody else." So
You're just my next target.
exactly.
Nah, that's awesome. So you could never run out of content.
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feed off other people's content. So if everyone stops making content, then I'll get more boring. But as
Right.
long as other people are doing their things, then I'll always have something to talk about.
It's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you mentioned one to branch off. What would you do? Just anything? And it would still be like news related?
I like talking about the manosphere. I like talking about relationships. I like talking about psychology, why people do certain things. As I've gotten older, I've been more interested in like, why do somebody do things the way they do it? And why do they say things? So rather than like looking at the world through my lens, I like looking at the world through their lens. Like, I feel this way about something, but they don't. It's the same thing we've looked at. They feel different. Like, why? So I like talking about that kind of stuff. But to the average person, it's like, yeah, but you do natty or nots. You can't just talk about like how to get a girlfriend. But like, I'll watch a video like Shan and Connor, who are teaching these virgins how to get girls. And then I'm like, okay, they're in the fitness sphere. They're talking about how to get a girl. I'm like, I can make a video about them and talk about what you should do to get a girl. Like, so it's kind of like related, but not. But it allows me to talk about it because I need the clickbait.
Right.
Without the clickbait, I can't just make a video. Greg, top 10 things you need to do to get a girlfriend. No one's clicking on that from this
Yeah.
old man
Yeah.
pushing 50, 49, 50 keys of Turk across the border. Are you kidding? This
There it
guy,
is.
like, no, I'm not listening to this guy. What would he know? He's so old. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you think I don't know? I was young, like I was you guys' age, and I did all the wrong things. Now I'm older and I've learned.
Yeah.
So, like, you can learn from an old man.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
seriously, you got that. You definitely got experience.
Exactly.
And
Right, ladies? Ladies.
Speaking of that, I'm single. Dude, I can't get a girlfriend. What would be your best advice for me?
Start messaging girls in the DMs.
There you go.
Or just open up your Instagram and respond to girls' DMs. There's no way you're not getting flooded with girls right now.
So you
There's
think
no way that's possible.
hella bros.
If girls write me in the DMs, they're writing you. I'm double your age.
mostly men, but
Yeah, me too. More men than women. There's some girls out there.
so you think having a following makes a big difference?
It's like the biggest difference in the world. I would say it's better than having millions of dollars.
Now, do you think that's coming from Like, because they see my personality or because of my following?
I mean, you're an attractive guy,
Thank
and
you.
you make money, and you're funny. Like, you got the whole thing going for you. The only thing going against you is you're a bit too young for, like, some of the girls. Like, what are you, 25, was it? I can't.
26.
26? So
think about it.
give yourself 5 more years, 10 more years, and you'll have that much more experience, and then you'll be able to get almost everybody.
There we go.
Almost everybody that you want.
Now, all the kids nowadays, this is a big joke. They can't pick up women in the gym. Do you have any advice for the kids or the young men out there picking up a girl in a gym?
So here's the secret is you have to be prepared to be rejected, because the chances are most people are not going to want you. Like, think of it. I'm a 5'6" manlet. I was at the gym. Did I talk to any girls today?
Yes.
Did it look like I was struggling?
Nope.
But was I talking to them? And did they seem responsive?
Yeah.
Yep.
They seem responsive. Now, let's say they were like, ew, get away from me, old man, you creep. Cool. You go to the next one. So if you, long as you talk to people and you're confident enough to talk to people and you're not ugly, like, you're set. Like, you just need to do it often enough. I would say you can get 1 out of 10. So you're going to have to expect to be rejected 9 out of 10 times. People are like, yeah, but that sucks. That's 9 out of 10. The girls who are rejecting you, they're doing you a favor, because what if they actually didn't reject you and you date them and then you're doing great with them? Then 3 months later, you find out they're cheating on you or they, whatever. You want to find out as soon as possible with the girl whether or not they're interested in you. Girls immediately put both of you and me into 3 categories. I'll never fuck this guy. I might fuck this guy. I want to fuck this guy. You want to go for girls that want to fuck this guy. The other 2, it's not worth it. Why am I going to try to convince you that maybe you like me? You want to go for a girl that automatically they have that interest in you. And so what's the best advice? Be your authentic self. Be your true self right away. Don't put on a show. I don't want to put on a show and be like, I know that if I said this and acted that way and flashed some money, be like, yeah, I'd probably go on a date. I don't want that girl. I want the girl that likes me for me. So I'm going to act ridiculous on day 1. Like, I'll just act like myself. I want to go on a date and I want to wear, let's show up like this in a tank top at a fancy restaurant. If that's my style, then I'm going to do it.
Hell yeah.
Be yourself. And you eliminate on day 1 the girls that don't vibe with you. Be stupid. Say whatever. If you're into freaking Star Wars, Star Trek, I'm into Star Trek and Star Wars. This is what I like. And I like dressing up as a cat during sex. First day, you say that. 99 out of 100 girls who say, but no, but there's one that loves it. Yeah. That's the one you want. You want to find out real quick. You don't want to find out 3 months down the road after you're comfortable and you let your guard down, then you can act yourself. Yeah. That's the advice. You got to be yourself. Yeah. But you got to be hot. And to be hot, you have to have a body, like perhaps 10, 12% body fat, maybe 15, get lean, have some muscle, have a job, have something to offer, and then go after girls that are there at the gym that are in the same interest as you.
Yeah, well, you got one thing in common, the gym.
Exactly.
Start there.
Yeah, for me, the gym would be like my club. Like, if I go to the club and try to pick up girls, it's like, hi, do you want to dance? It doesn't work. Like,
right.
5'6" manlet.
Yeah,
but if I'm in the gym, they have a physique, they have a body, they're into the same thing. Chances are, if they're in the gym, they're probably watching my videos, so that's a great place to start.
Damn.
That was so
It
real.
makes sense. See, you didn't think 49-year-old Coach Greg knew what he was doing, but he does.
Maybe you got to. Maybe the next book isn't a cookbook, man.
The T-plug book.
The T-plug book.
That was good.
Yeah, dude. Why not? Shoot a
It's
shot.
true. It would be interesting.
Those memes are hilarious. What does that even mean, T-plug?
T-plug is a turkesterone plug. Now, turkesterone, obviously I'm selling turkesterone. It's from Uzbekistan. It's authentic. It's the real stuff. Other people, I mean, by the time this video comes out, it'll be probably, everyone will know that almost all the turkesterone on the market is fake. But I'm in Mexico, and Mepsigram, Marie, the girl I've been dating, she's like saying, Greg, go and hide behind the sand dunes. The cops are coming by. We'll film that. You'll look like you're a criminal. It'll be cool. So I'm listening. I'm doing all this stuff. Then my poor mom is watching my Instagram stories and, oh, Craig, I'm nervous for you because the police might see that and arrest you. And she's like, she's older. And like, I'm like, Mom, it's okay. But she's like really petrified. Like, Greg, like, I know you probably think it's funny, but don't do that anymore. Yeah. So my poor mom, she's not going to watch this video. She doesn't watch my videos. But yeah. So she's like petrified, like, oh my God. I'm like, Mom, turkesterone's a supplement. It's not a steroid. It's not like illegal, like for real. I'm just playing a character. But she's like worried big time.
She thinks you're lying. She's
like,
you're
she
just
doesn't
covering
know.
it up now.
Well, think of it. I have a criminal record. I used to sell steroids. My mom knows about that. She's like, is he up to that again? Like, she doesn't know. So
yeah, that's a good point. Moms would be worried.
Yeah, Mom's always worried.
Oh, my mom is a worrier.
Yeah, always her
She's
kid,
always
no matter
been
how
a
old
worrier.
you get.
More than a normal amount. Like,
okay.
My mom is like really stresses.
That's
like she's nervous to fly. Like she can't fly anymore. Like she's just too nervous.
Yeah.
So.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she was like nervous where she's like always texting updates. And
No,
stuff
we'll
like that.
talk on the phone.
Yeah.
She doesn't like talking long.
Yeah.
Okay, time to let you go.
That's cute.
It's like
That's
5
sweet.
minutes, but yeah, she'll text more than talk. But,
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a good relationship with your mom?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What got you into like making videos? How did you know you like making content?
Man, you know, when I first started posting videos is in 2006, and I basically was just trying to show off and brag. I thought I was strong. I thought I was like just impressive. So I'd film myself doing like a bench press, squat, deadlift, and then just upload it. And I'm like, how am I going to show people? They're like, do this YouTube thing. You can post a video there. So I'd take my little camera, set up the camera, do the little bench press, upload to YouTube. I didn't know what a follower was or anything. And I was just uploading that so that people could watch my bench and critique my form. And then a couple years went by and they're like, oh, you have whatever thousands of followers. I'm like, oh, okay, what's a follower? I didn't know anything. And then I was trying to expand my coaching business because I was pretty much the biggest coach in the area, like Halifax, like coaching bodybuilders and people like that. And I'm like, well, how am I going to expand? Well, I know I'll coach international. So I post videos talking about nutrition, diet, training, and all this kind of stuff. And then people started hiring me from distance. So I, for example, started coaching Ian Valere, who became like a Mr. Olympia competitor, high-level guy. He was coached Chris Bumstead. And so I got that guy from coaching online. So people from far away, who's from Ontario, he watched my videos, hires me, and then he's doing well, post about him. And then, so it kind of snowballs. And then the more videos I did, the more followers I got, the more money I could charge. So I raised my price, doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled. It was like getting ridiculous. I could pretty much charge what I wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went really, really good. The coaching business was ridiculous, purely from YouTube videos.
Wow. Damn. And you just kept going. You never stopped.
Well, I was going to make around $750,000 just from coaching, just doing coaching. I was charging a lot, coaching a lot of people. And then decided I'm going to post this cookbook. Somebody suggested I do it. And I was like, I don't know if I should do that because once they get all my recipes, they won't want to hire me. But you could only expand yourself so long. So what I did was I got this cookbook and sold like, a lot of copies at a pretty good price, like a higher price than most people. And I didn't really have to coach as much. Yeah. So the cookbook kind of took over. It was pretty crazy for a while.
Damn. Good for you.
Made the cookbook famous, anabolic cookbook. Still got it to this day.
Yep.
Have several better versions. Like the first version was just PDF with no real photos. But like everyone knew me as the guy that was like how to lose weight and diet. I was doing recipes and videos. Now my content, people are like, you're the guy that does drama, natty or nots, and tell jokes. But before I was like, I would do my top 10 tips on how to lose weight, top 10 tips on how to build muscle. But people got bored of that, and I had to pivot.
Okay. Damn. Transitioned.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Move with the groove.
Are you still coaching?
I coach people. I have 2 full-time clients, but I charge a fair bit, $39,000 US a year. So I have 2 full-time clients, and I have like the weekly clients that are not like, they don't have full access. So like I had a girl, I talked to her probably an hour on the phone last night. She's from Singapore, traveled to the US, and she's in school. And I've been coaching that same girl for 4 years, like about diet. And so we just go over stuff, life coaching. Some of it's life coaching, like how to talk to a girl, like just anything. I'm like a life coach. It's like I told Togi, you got to hire me. $39,000 a year. Yeah. I said I could teach you exactly what to do to live your life, how to invest your money. The ROI is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
So kind of a mentor as well.
Yeah, like I almost consider it to be a life coach, even though that sounds like, I don't know, it's like a cool term to use. Like
sounds kind of cool, I guess.
Like I'm a coach, but it's like kind of life coach. But but it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think you could fix Togi?
Absolutely, without question.
Where would you start?
I'd start with him giving up gambling. Let's start there. Give up the rec drugs. Yeah. Sniffing creatine, doing addies laced with meth. Yeah. Stop that. That would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Gambling though, that's how he made his net worth.
Yeah. I mean, it's like depends. Do I want to stop the real gambling, the fake gambling? It depends on where we want to go. I mean, let him make his money, but.
I mean, it's working. It's working right now. I mean, it's kind of his identity to a point. So, I mean. Take that away from him, is he still Togi?
True.
He would not be.
What's your honest?
A better version of him.
Okay.
True. What's your honest opinion on his physique?
I think he has a far superior than average physique, like a really good physique. Wide shoulders, small waist. He just doesn't train hard. If he pushed himself, he could probably look pretty sick.
Yeah.
For his age and the effort that he puts in. Yeah. Dude. But he's an athlete. As I talk to you about, like him being good at baseball. I'm like, anyone that's an athlete that really puts in the work, they have a head start on everyone else.
Right. No, seriously. I mean, I've seen pictures, and if he puts half-ass work in. Imagine he went in full 7 days a week, whatever, cardio, everything. He'd look freaking. He'd look
Exactly.
freaky. He'd look good.
Yeah. Bodybuilding is all about the framework, like the shoulder width, the small waist, and then from there, just adding muscle just takes time.
Yeah. I could see why you film your videos with fans, man.
Getting hot?
Oh, it's a sauna in here. I saw him remove his sweater 10 minutes into the pod.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice your shirt. What does that say?
Which one's this one?
Well, it's folded.
Thank you, Greg. From my favorite YouTuber, Mike Israetel.
Oh.
His favorite line when he had the Seco bar in the mouth, or as he calls it, the Keiko bar, with the false advertising, because there's a picture of like a cinnamon bun on the outside, and it's not a cinnamon inside. It's like false advertising.
That's your protein bar, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so the label...
The label lies. So, I'm a big fat liar. That's what I do.
I thought they were supposed to look identical.
Yeah, so that birthday cake with the candles, unfortunately you don't blow out your birthday cake when you buy a protein bar.
Don't tell me
Mike
that.
didn't know that, but he's got a PhD, but he didn't know that. But
Yeah.
he also doesn't know the difference between a tan and being not tanned properly, or the difference between fat and water when dieting for a show. Damn. It's too bad. He should have me as his coach, but that's one guy I wouldn't coach. He's not coachable.
Damn.
Would you give him a discount?
No, I'd have to add a 0 to that price to coach Mike. Because
not
he's
his-
going to blame me for not. Well, he might blame me or he might blame the tan. He's not going to take ownership on himself. But see, if I had Mike, I would just make him diet 6 weeks longer. That's all it takes.
Right.
I'd probably also cut out the Gatorade, probably make him do cardio, probably make him train hard. But hey, it's bodybuilding. Why would I do any of those things?
So I can sense the hostility. How did that stem? How did that start?
There's actually none. It's putting on a show. It's fun for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's people like it. It's good for views. But Mike hates me, but I don't hate him.
Aw.
Mike definitely hates me though.
Aw.
But it's all fun.
Maybe next time you see him, just...
I think it won't be good.
No?
I just give him a hug.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just,
Oh,
Hey, man.
this man. You haven't seen enough of his videos. All he feels is rage.
Man.
He wants to attack dogs and beat them up with his bare hands. And,
Dogs.
Yeah.
His beef with dogs?
oh man, you have
I've
to start
not
watching.
consumed
Some,
enough.
if you saw some of the clips from my videos,
Yeah.
you'll be like, I can't believe it.
No way.
Yeah,
Dude.
I think he needs to get off the gear.
Oh, man.
He's supposedly retired from bodybuilding, but okay, he's 235 pounds. He competed at 217, and in a video he said, I'm retiring from bodybuilding, whatever, be healthy. I'm going to go down to around like 190 or so, get off the gear. He's up to 235. Do you think he's off the gear? Think he's natural? He's 235 pounds. He's 5'6". He's my height. I'm 192. He weighs 43 pounds more than me. Do you think that's healthy?
Yeah.
And so for a man with a PhD that knows so much about performance-enhancing drugs, how does he not see the horrific health implications of doing what he's doing? Like, I
Right.
just don't get it. Like, I think he should go natural. I mean, he does a good job at convincing people not to do steroids because all you have to do is look at him and say, this is the result. Would you want that? Like, I mean, if you see his video, like the rage and, man, like the people who know, they know.
Right. But he has a PhD. He must be smarter than you, though.
Exactly.
Maybe you just don't know.
That's what
Maybe you just
everyone's-
don't know.
PhD, smarter than anyone. I only have my master's. What do I know?
True.
Yeah.
Only get my
Masters,
bachelor's.
that's it?
That's it. Damn. Sucks.
I don't even have a degree, so...
Speaking of natural, how natural are you?
How natural am I now? I'm on 140 milligrams a test. I use terkestrone, which is natural. I'll do IGF-1 about 3 days a week, 30 milligrams, and then tesamorelin. I'll do like 0.4. I think there's 200 milligrams in the dose. So I don't know. I do like a smaller dose of that about 3 times a week. BPC 157, TB 500s are healing peptides. The ladies need they need the Cialis and the Viagra sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, that's about it.
Yeah. I've noticed, we worked out with you today. Coach Greg brought us through a full body workout. How's your progress been doing 3 full body workouts a week?
I was 180.6 pounds when I went to Dubai, and I would like, that was my median weight. I go by median. Now I'm 192. So I'm up, what is that, 11.4 pounds? I gained about half of that when I added in the terkestrone, because I stopped taking terkestrone for a while. Added about half of that, 6 or 7 pounds there, and then I added the other half when I added in the peptides. And I've been on that 140 milligram a test. I experimented. I went from 140 to 170, and I found I was gaining a little bit of water retention, and so I dropped the dose back down to 140. I just didn't feel like I needed it.
And it felt right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm approved to do 200 milligrams. I'm just like, I don't need it. So my advice to everyone is to take the lowest dose that makes you happy. And so at 140 milligrams, I feel great. I feel like I look the way I want. So why up the dose? I'm like, I feel good. Like, so yeah, I feel healthy.
Yeah.
I had a prostate. I had my PSA was high, and I was concerned that maybe I had an enlarged prostate or something. Went and saw the urologist yesterday morning, and the PSA is 100% back to normal, so no problem whatsoever. I had the best blood work I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
But I owe that, I think, to racing bikes and doing so much cardio. Like I'm doing like 7 to 10 hours of cardio a week now, like pretty hard. Like a lot of it's zone 4 and 5 cardio, then zone 2 on other days, but...
What do you mean zone?
Okay, so there's 5 zones of cardio. Zone 1 would be like walking on a flat. Zone 2, let's say, like walking uphill. Zone 3 is like pretty steady, hard cardio, like that most people don't do. Zone 4 is like you can't talk, like it's pretty nightmarish.
Okay.
Zone 5 is like you're sprinting, like the way I did a squat set.
Yeah.
Every time I would do zone 5, I would look like that or worse.
Right.
So
really
any bike race I do is zone 3, 4, and 5, the whole race. It's like you're either going hard or friggin' nightmarish hard. Then on days off, like when I do an hour cardio before my full body workout, it's zone 2. It's a comfortable pace that I could feel like I could do for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah, and you can have a
I
conversation.
can study my Duolingo. I can learn Spanish. I can read. I can text. I can work. I can watch videos. When it's zone 3, I can't concentrate anymore on like mental tasks. Like I can't watch a video and enjoy it.
Right.
Zone 2, I'm having a good time. Like you could interview me in zone 2 and I would be able to do it. Zone 3, no.
I've never heard that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zone 2, 150 minutes of cardio a week. That's what I preach. That's the minimum cardio that a person should be doing a week to be healthy.
What's that?
Zone 2, 150 minutes of cardio per week.
150 minutes.
So like 30 minutes, 5 days a week would be 150.
I'm just trying to base it off of how much I'm doing.
30 minutes, 5 days a week would be like, yeah.
Damn. Okay. I gotta step up. I gotta step it up.
So even if they're trying to gain weight.
Absolutely. Like that's like a year. Like everyone knows Sam Sulik. Sam Sulik's doing 35 minutes of cardio 7 days a week. And he's doing zone 2.
Okay.
And he does a recumbent bike usually. So he's doing his cardio, and he even talks about calories. So I'm putting out the watt. Like, so he's doing a zone 2, like kind of an easy cardio. Jay Cutler, every time I see him, he's doing zone 1 cardio on the bike. He's just pedaling. He says mostly do it for his mental. It's great. This is what everyone should be doing. I don't care if your goal is to be like a pro bodybuilder, no matter what, you should be doing that as a minimum for your heart. Like we all, like it's great to have a great physique when you're 25, 35, but like you still have to think about when you're going to be 60. And if you don't take care of yourself now, you're going to screw up when you're older. Super important.
Yeah. Damn.
I kind of neglected it even myself when I was a pro bodybuilder. I kind of slacked off on the cardio. I was only doing like 15 minutes a day. And I was like, enough of this. Like I was 230 something pounds, like 40 pounds heavier than now. I was pretty beastly. And I was like, this isn't healthy. Yeah. I got to stop. So I started doing biking. I was like, man, I love this. Because I used to do triathlons for 13 years. And I got back into biking. I like biking more than lifting weights now. So like today was not as fun as yesterday. Like the bike races were more fun for me. Even though I still like weightlifting, the biking is where I'm at right now. Probably because I'm improving. Like
it's fun. It's exciting. Yeah, like you have your own personal PRs and stuff like with biking. You know?
And that's the negative thing about steroids. Once you get on them, you grow so much muscle. It's so fun. Like how could it not be?
Right.
Like these guys like Sam Sulik and Chris Bumstead, they're like, oh, they love bodybuilding so much. I'm like, no, they don't. What do you mean? The fact they need steroids proves they don't like it as much. If they love bodybuilding, they could do it natural. Like I didn't do. Chris Bumstead, he's retired. He's 29. I didn't start taking steroids until I was in my 30s. So when I was you guys, I was 100% natural. I was like, I don't need steroids. I was still improving, and I liked it.
Yeah.
You add in some testosterone, and you go to the gym for the next month. It's going to be the best month of your life. Problem is, once you stop, you're going to hate it.
Right. So
once you get on gear, there's no going back, because once you've had a taste of feeling like Captain America, it's hard to go back to being just your average guy.
Absolutely. I
So
mean,
that's what I warn people. Once you start, there's no like, oh, I'll just do one cycle. There's no one cycle. It doesn't happen.
You're just going to hate yourself after.
Yeah.
You're just going to watch.
It was hard enough for me to go from juiced out of my mind to just HRT, because like I still remember how fun it is to bench press 5 something, to set Guinness records and stuff, and I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So the dopamine, the rush, the thrill going to the gym, it's not the same. The pumps aren't the same. Nothing is the same.
Right.
But the bike riding, it's a different sport, and I'm improving, and it's healthy. So that's I think why I like it so much more now.
Yeah. I see you showed us your setup in the basement, but do you actually join like real competition?
I raced outside a bit, but I'm too scared. I'm old. I've broken so many different bones. Both elbows were broken, tore both triceps, and I'm just like, is it worth it? So primarily I'm just racing inside. Sometimes I'll ride outside, but like Mepsigram, Marie, were riding the other day, like 5 weeks ago, and her handlebars pulled out of the thing while riding.
Damn.
Broke her hand. She's a surgeon.
Damn.
So it's not the kind of accident you want. So I'm kind of like, man, is it worth it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'll be riding much anymore after that. But so yeah, I kind of prefer the inside stuff. It's safer and it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm a numbers guy. You've seen me talk about numbers so much.
Dude loves numbers.
It shows your heart rate, the watts, the intensity, the zones. I'm like, it's just like my brain's going Rain Man during every race. It's just, that's fun for me. Other people are like, Doug, I don't want to know my heart rate. I don't want to know. I'm like, give me all the stats. Like if I just ride outside, like and just look at the birds, it's not as fun.
Wow.
I like the stats. I'm a stats junkie.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, low-key kind of makes me want to get a bike. I mean, it makes it sound fun.
It's fun, man. It's like you're chasing, and there's different levels as you go up. So, like, there's level E, D, like 5 levels. So I don't race the elite. Like, I'm not racing guys in the Tour de France. I'm like in the B category type thing. So I don't have to race the best of the best. So I'm at a competitive zone for me. So you might start out in level 5. Yeah. And then when you get good, you go to 4, 3, 2. And then if you're like the best, then you go to. So there's something for everyone.
Damn.
So it's not a Peloton. What is it?
Zwift.
Zwift.
Yeah.
It's better.
Zwift is better if you're competitive. Peloton is like for your mom. Like if my mom wanted to ride, I'd give her a Peloton. She's not racing on Zwift.
So are you racing actual people that are
real
on
people? Like the race I did yesterday, 2 of them, there were like 59 in one and 70 something in another.
Oh,
all
shit.
from different countries. You got your flag there. It shows everyone's watts and their power and their heart rates. You can see everyone. Every time you get to a hill, there's less people that keep up. So you start with 70, then all of a sudden there's a hard hill, there's 20, then there's 70 at the end, and you're like, who's gonna get it? And you're sprinting, and you lose by like 0.1 of a second, or you win. It's like, it's just a thrill. It's fun.
It's good.
It's bomb.
Yeah,
Every
that's
day.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like
is
to
a thrill.
run long. I don't like running distance, and I would love to increase my cardio. And the walking's boring as shit, especially in the gym. But you make it like with the screen and then the fans, and then I'm like, damn, I can
It's
really
like being
see
a
myself
gamer.
doing that for a while.
It's like gaming. Like
Yeah.
I'm like,
True.
I got my character. I can put up you can put the hairstyles, the outfit. You can give the guy a 10 if you want. It's like, it's awesome.
Oh, you customized your dude.
My dude's customized.
What's he look like? You?
Not really. He's taller. He's darker. He's got a pink suit on.
Okay.
So
That's good because I'm super competitive, so I think I would enjoy that.
Yeah, we should both get one.
What that cost?
fun.
Yeah. How much did it go for?
I have like the top of the line one. It's like 4,600 Canadian.
Okay.
That's the top of like you don't need. That's like $2 US, but no, it's probably like $3,000 US.
Yeah.
That's the best you can get though, so it's not expensive.
Okay.
It lasts.
Yeah.
You know how many miles I put on that thing? I've had that thing for like 3 years, and it's still like great shape. So it's a one-time purchase. I like
Even
that
for, like, a
more than the
starter?
friggin' Urus.
Really?
Absolutely. If I had to trade one, there's no way I'm getting rid of that. There's no chance I'm getting rid of that. Damn. I'd lose all those cars out there
That
to
is
keep
crazy.
that bike. I'll take
Really?
an Uber. Yeah,
Even the McLaren?
absolutely.
Damn.
It's not even close. It's not even.
I'll take an Uber.
Yeah, I would take an Uber. I'd get rid of all those 3 vehicles. I don't care millions of
Damn.
dollars of cars. I'd throw that out, and I would keep that little bike in the basement. It makes me more happy than driving a race car.
You start your day off with the bike every day?
I never start the day off with a bike. Well, if I have to, like before going on vacation, I need to wake up. I need to get my GO2 max in and my turkesterone and my meals, my carbs.
Okay.
Like I do all my videos in the morning. Like my brain is like fresh and I can get my aggression, all this out in the videos.
Yeah.
And then after it's all done, it's like zone out and race. And you can't think about problems in the world. There's nothing. It's just keeping up with that bike in front of me and like trying to win that race. And it just like de-stresses me 100%. So I do it after my work day's over.
Wow.
And I
like
love
that.
it.
That's
You can
cool.
tell, like it's like I
Yeah.
could talk about bike racing for 6 hours, and the viewers would turn off after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But like I love it.
It's funny because we tried calling you to like try to situate plans, and you started talking about biking instantly.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
my thing. And so going back to earlier, we talked about getting a girl. Like bike riding is not. It's not like a turn on. It's not a panty dropper. Like what do? I dress up in Lycra and race bikes. But like if that's your thing. You should be leading. You're at the bar and you're talking to a girl. I'm really into Zwift. What's that? Oh, it's like this racing game where I race and I ride bikes. And then she's like going over there. But there's going to be maybe one girl in that bar that's into bike riding. And she'd be like, really? You like bike riding too? I have Zwift. I'm on Zwift. Cool. And then you have a thing to connect on. Like I talk about the most stupid shit that I know they're not going to be interested in. And I'm like, if she's still talking about me, like with me, about this stupid, boring thing, like I'll talk about some relationship books, like the book Attach or something. Oh, I read Attach. Oh, let's talk about it. What's your attachment style? Like, you know what I mean? And that's what you want to do, because you can talk about the same thing that you have passion about, and then you can really click, versus just trying to be like the cool guy in the back. Like you read the pickup artist books and you're like, just act this and just give her a nag and make fun of her hair and tell her nails suck and just, I'm not going to use all the lines. Like I just, no. So I've read all the different books and I'm like, I'm not a pickup artist. I'd rather just be my authentic self from day one.
You learned that through reading.
But I did learn that through reading, because if you don't, you're like, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say how I feel. I should hold back. I should pretend. I should be mysterious. I shouldn't. And it's like, well, it depends on the girl you're going for. There's different ways to play. It depends. Are you trying to get laid that night, or are you trying to meet a partner? There's two different ways to act. Completely different ways, like depending on what you want out of the situation.
That's a great point.
Yeah, no, 100%. Damn, you're smart.
I'm smarter than I look, but I don't look very smart.
That's fair. But
what's your motto? What you keep saying? You
Motto?
keep saying
Harder than last time.
No. Something about genius. You're a genius.
Oh, I'm a genius with a learning disability.
Oh, yeah.
I tell everyone that. I actually believe it. But
there you go.
I mean, fair.
I can't memorize names. I had to ask my Vicky, the girl that was here earlier, how am I going to remember Luke's name?
I'm bad with names,
Lukey
bro.
Pookie.
Yeah.
She said, Greg, just remember Lukey Pookie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't remember that.
Nice. Appreciate you remembering.
So when Eric Janicki was here, and he would remember, it took me 2 days to say his name right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like a self-conscious thing too? Because you're like embarrassed that like
it's embarrassed, but I just own it. I'm just I
get
don't know names. I'm horrible. I'm a genius with a learning disability.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna know your name.
Yeah, I'm bad with names too. Not as bad as you, but it makes me feel like a douche.
I've never met anyone as bad as me with names in my life.
Yeah.
Like Mitchell Hooper, the world's strongest man. I kept calling him Michael Hooper in camera. And I was writing and let's collab. And he's like, he just was like basically like, you're being a dick. You're calling my name. I was like, honestly, I did not know it. So I had to explain to him this whole thing. And then once he knew it wasn't doing it on purpose, and I met him in person, and I did it wrong again on video. Damn. He was like, no way. I'm like, and everyone was laughing. I'm like, what happened? You said his name wrong. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. Like, I don't do it on purpose. Mm-hmm. I'll sit in front of the thing and do videos, and I'll forget, like, famous Mr. Olympia names. And I'll be like, I'm cursing and swearing. I'm pounding. I'm like, and I'll have to, like, chat GPT. What was the name of the guy that won Mr. Olympia, like, last year? And I'll forget. It's, like, so bad.
That's crazy. Yeah. Like immediate.
It's loco. You can imagine me trying to learn Spanish. I can hardly remember all the words. Like, I have no memory. But I studied Spanish so much that eventually it's coming to me. Like, it's just like a challenge. I feel like life is about taking on challenges and overcoming them. Like, everyone's like, oh, you should retire. You got money. Like, why are you doing? I'm like, no. As soon as you retire, that's when your life's over. It's all about taking on a challenge and then doing whatever it takes to get there.
Gotta have purpose.
Like, I can't speak Spanish. I'm going to freaking learn that language. I could barely learn French. I had the lowest mark in high school, like, practicing French and whatnot. I'm going to learn Spanish. Screw it. And I just outwork people. I just study harder.
At what age did you start, like, reading and wanting to learn more?
A year ago. Reading? I stopped reading after my last breakup. I didn't read at all. I hated reading. I just said I'm not going to watch TV anymore. And so I said, why waste my time on that? So I started reading books and learning Spanish. And so I don't watch TV anymore. So I'll watch like the Mr. Olympia. I go to the movies like maybe 3 times a year, but I don't watch like a series or a show. I used to do all that mindless, like sit back and do that. I have like 6 TVs in the house. I don't watch any of them.
Yeah, you got a
theater room. I've been in there probably 4 times since I bought the house.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What am I gonna do?
What movie did you watch?
There was one that was crazy. There was this like girl. It was a bodybuilder movie. And it was this psycho girl. It was pretty intense. I wish I could know the name. It was insane. The girl was on steroids, and it was just like this hot chick, and she kept injecting herself with steroids. It was so far-fetched, and then by the end of it, she turned into like this like monster and like started killing people.
What?
It was this psycho movie. I'm like, I wish I could think of the name.
Only you would find a movie about some
juiced up hot chick girl, and it was like she was in a famous movie, and I forget the name of it. You know, me with a name. Like all my friends would laugh. Like, you're asking Greg the name of a movie right now? Really? Yeah. Like, there's no way I remember it, but it was a hot looking girl. She was taking steroids, trying to win like the Miss whatever title, and she ended up killing these 2 people. And Somebody watching this probably watched that movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They can write in the
I'm
comments.
gonna look it up.
Comment what
I'm
the hell.
interested.
Yeah.
It's
It
worth
was
watching.
good?
It was that insane that you had to watch it.
Really?
Like she kept roid raging. She's doing her shots like here, like testosterone and EQ and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then she starts going crazy. I'm like, it's not M. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not getting high off this stuff. You just shot testosterone. Like, you know.
That's
And then
funny.
she starts killing people and going crazy. And she like beat the shit out of this guy and killed him like with her bare hands.
Yeah.
Like smashed his face on a like coffee table or something.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a good show.
It was a show or a movie?
It was a movie.
Okay.
She was also a lesbian and was sleeping with this girl and then slept with this guy. It was her brother. It's a big story.
Whoa, interesting.
It was
Plot
a-
twist.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Maybe we'll check it out later.
It's worth. I would rewatch it. It was that good. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was
damn.
funny.
Oh, shit. So that would be your exception to watching something, to rewatch that movie.
I would. It was good. Yeah.
Are you into, like, I know you're a lady killer, apparently. We would been with you all day long. You like the chicks. Do you like?
I do.
Do you like the roided up look? Unlike the girls, veiny,
I
dried out.
I can handle it, but it's not required. Like I'm not gonna say no, but I don't need it. My personal look that would be ideal would probably be like half of a natural wellness girl. Like not wellness because they're too jacked, but a girl that would be competing in wellness but be natural. Like I like a big, like glutes and legs. I like that look, and I like a flat stomach.
Right.
I like the fake chest look, and I like a leaner girl, like like probably between 18 and 22% body fat, like probably roughly that, like between 18 and 22. Yeah,
And that would be like a what for a guy? And like
9% less for a man to be equivalent would be roughly like that.
Okay.
So like when a girl's competing in like let's say a bikini competition, when they're at the show, they're too lean. The last 6 weeks they're too lean. They don't need that's too much. You don't need to do that. You don't even have your period at this point. You have no energy. You don't have a sex drive. It's like no, it's not good.
Damn.
Off season bikini girl with nice legs and glutes. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's your type.
That's a type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
I agree with him.
Okay, yeah.
You do a lot of natty or not. Has anyone ever been offended or like
Most are.
They go
So as any ever, most are. As if I say they're not natty, they're offended. If I say they're natural, like then they like it. That's just usually how it goes. Some guys have been really offended. Like for example, Collie Muscle. You're talking about other men. I'm like, bro, you're not natural. Like, what are you even talking about? Then later on, he admits he's not natty. He's still mad I made the video.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you're blatantly lying about it on purpose to deceive people. You're mad that I'm making an observation that's absolutely like there's not even a 1% chance I'm wrong. So, and even if I make let's say I made a natty or not on you, and I said, no way this Brodie's natural. 10% body fat, offs. No, I'm not buying it. Would you be offended, or would you be like, man, he actually thinks I'm on gear? That's a compliment.
compliment.
There you go. So, anyone that I say is not natty should be thinking that.
Right. I feel like you shouldn't, even if you were, like, you wouldn't want to be called natural if you're actually juicing. I don't really get
Yeah.
that. Cali Muscle
If
is
somebody went up
giant.
to me and said, you're obviously natural, I'd be like, you think there's 49-year-old men that look like this natural? I'm like, I'm on HRT, maybe 1 in a million. But like a normal guy my age doesn't have this amount of muscle, bike riding and all that stuff, and they're just natural.
Mike O'Hearn. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, that's a 1 in a billion.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually don't think he's from planet Earth, though.
What do you think
He's
he's
likely from Krypton. Mike
that-
O'Hearn, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's from Krypton. And him and Kal-El.
from? Okay. I don't.
It
I'm
makes
not
more
familiar
sense.
with
There's
Kal-El.
more chance. Kal-El is the Superman's name.
Oh,
There's
okay.
more chance that Mike O'Hearn, looking like that, is from a different planet than he's natural on this planet, from this Earth.
So there's a chance he's an alien.
There's more chance he's an alien than that he's natural. Like if I had to bet, if there were aliens betting on and they were watching on Earth, they're like, let's bet, is Mike O'Hearn natural or is he from another planet? They were like 10-1 odds he's an alien. That's how strongly I'm believing that there's no way that this guy's natural.
Yeah. How much money would you put down?
Every cent I've ever made against 1 cent, so a billion to 1 odds would be worth it to me.
That is insane. What do you think it is? You think it's just people who got, like, guys that started in really early, like Cali Muscle? You think it was just because they're in too deep with this, like, lie that they couldn't come out? It was like a pride thing, or you think that, like, maybe they believe their own lie?
I
and it was
think
like
that
a mental
after a
thing?
while, you're able to convince yourself that what you're doing is morally better than not. So I think at Mike O'Hearn's level, when he was like, say, first being like, I'm natural, I think the pressure was that he had to be natural. He would have lost sponsors. Maybe he wouldn't have got his acting roles. And so you got to think, why would he admit he's not natural when it's against the law in the U.S.? Like, it's harder for people in the U.S. to come out and be natural. Like in Canada, you're allowed to use steroids. Like I can say, hey, I got 4 vials of testosterone in my house. You could say to the police officer, you use test? Yeah, I use test. No problem. You know, like as if I didn't sell it to them back in the past. So like they would use it. It's like it's normal. Like this is a normal thing in Canada. In the States, it's like, whoa, it's class 3 drug. You can't do that. In Canada, it's different. So the views of testosterone and steroids in Canada is way less of a crime. Like it's not that big a deal. Yeah, I lost where I was going, but anyway.
No, yeah, that makes sense. No, so it was frowned upon, especially earlier times like 2010 or some shit, right? Like 16 years ago.
So since that time, Mike
15
O'Hearn,
years
I
ago.
think that he's probably thinking to himself, if I actually say that I'm on steroids, all the little kids that look up to me are probably going to then do steroids. So he might be saying like, it's better that I just keep the lie going, because if I come and tell the truth, well, like him and The Rock, if they tell the truth and be like, you know what, I'm actually not natural. I'm actually doing this. I think they might think that the kids would then say, oh, well, my heroes are doing it, and so I don't want to do it. Because there's got to be a lot of people looking up to Mike O'Hearn, The Rock, and be like, you know, I want to be like that. They did it natural. I can do it too.
Yep.
And so they were like, well, I don't want to spoil that kid's dream. So they convinced themselves that what they're doing with the lie is okay. That's what I personally think that's going through their mind.
Right.
Like, remember how I said I like to see how other people's perspective rather than...
Okay, yeah,
I'm like,
that's a good
if
perspective.
I were Mike O'Hearn or The Rock, why would I not come out and say the truth? Because I feel like, especially The Rock, he's more famous than Mike O'Hearn.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if he came out and said, you know, I'm on HRT,
100%.
whatever, I'm on this dose. Kids, like, I'm 50-something years old. You think about it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's thinking that if he did that kids out there would be like, oh, it's okay to use steroids. Even The Rock uses it.
Yeah.
So he probably thinks he's doing more harm than good by coming out than not. I have the opposite. I think the opposite,
right.
but I can see why he would disagree with me.
Right.
Like if I'm in his shoes.
There's a point there.
It's a great point.
There's a good point, especially The Rock. Like hella youngings look up to him. And
All
I
the
guarantee
famous
if he
actors.
were to come out, even to really break it down, say no, like this is not something you do, like the amount of people, the amount of kids that would like jump. Like, find steroids and be like The Rock and try to be The Rock, you know?
But I think it would be more helpful because to me, when in doubt, tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
When you
That's
don't
true.
know,
You
you should
be a
tell the
fraud.
truth. So I think if The Rock were to come out and tell the truth and then people were to hear that, they'd be like, you know what? There's so much pressure. All of you guys want to see me as The Rock as a superhero, but without steroids, I can't look like the way you want. And so I take steroids because I have body dysmorphia. And even though I'm famous and I'm The Rock, like there's a lot of pressure to look a certain way. And to actually explain that to kids, and they would hear that and be like, oh my God, even The Rock feels pressure to look like this?
Yeah.
He's not above everybody. He's just like one of us. Don't do steroids. There's so much pressure. I wish I could do it. And then imagine if he had like a bad heart attack or something, like, and he would say, you know, this causes... It could cause a whole paradigm shift in thinking from the world. Like I think it needs to be somebody at that level, like a Rock, like somebody that famous.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. What do you think he runs?
Everything.
Really?
I don't think he's on just HRT. I think he's blasting everything.
Yeah.
You
What
see him
makes you
in his
think that?
last movie?
No.
Holy God! Like this
movie?
guy, the one where he was like flying around, had superpowers. He was
Black Adam?
Black Adam.
That's it.
Holy shit balls!
Yeah.
This guy is just like I think he said he was 286 pounds, and you see him do his workout. He made a video. He said, "This is my leg workout." And he literally walked around with 15-pound dumbbells doing leg lunges. And he was doing 2 plates aside on the leg press. He did 3 rounds of it. I made a video about it. I'm like, The Rock shows us through a workout. I'm like, so you think he's natural and does a bikini girl's workout with bikini girl weights and looks like that. 286 pounds, like this is what he was stated. And then he did the WWE wrestling thing. I was like, and you guys think that's natural. Right? It's like, come on. Like, this is just absolutely diabolical. Like, he's not even on HRT. He's on everything. There's no way I imagine that that's just HRT. Unless it's HRT, which some clinics will just prescribe everything. Man.
He has all the resources. It's The Rock.
And I've seen photos of him
get
at some
whatever he
periods
wants.
of time when he's smaller.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like he looks 50 pounds less muscle. Like there's no way he's just like natural versus 100 milligrams. There's no way he's doing what I'm doing.
Right.
The Rock on my dose is losing 50 pounds. It's insane.
He looked good in what's the movie with the football movie? We were just talking about it. He wasn't nearly as big.
Movie.
I mean, I've never seen him
The
look
Game
bad.
Plan?
No, What?
The game plan?
The game plan. Yeah, he wasn't juiced up then in that movie.
Man, I can't even remember how he looked in it.
People watching probably know the movie, if not looking it up. Like, he looked not near. I think he had hair then too, actually. But
It's going way back.
yeah. So, but I bet that's attainable with maybe just some HRT or something like that.
He admits to taking, I think, was it SARMs or Pro? I forget what he was, like when he was a teenager.
Okay.
But mind you, I did my first Natty or Not. The first video that ever exploded on me was the Mark Wahlberg and The Rock Are Not Natural. I got over 1 million.
On Pain and Gain?
That was my first video. No, I did it on, I'm like, I don't know if you knew The Rock had gynecomastia surgery. So when The Rock was in wrestling, and he would say, The Rock says, I was a huge wrestling fan back then. I remember The Rock. I was like, but he had a lot of gyno. I was like, man, he talked that The Rock says this, Rock this, that. And all of a sudden there was no gyno. I'm like, you guys, you see, I could see even the scar. And I'm like, you think Mark Wahlberg's natural? Like, just because he doesn't look like a professional bodybuilder doesn't mean he's natty. So I'm like, almost every super good-looking, fit physique that you see out there in Hollywood and whatnot, not natural. Like, why would they be natural? They're being paid millions of dollars to say, look like this, look like that.
Yep.
Like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
unless there's some moral thing against it. Like, you think Wolverine's natural? Like, you don't
Hell
think that
no.
guy's on HRT? No. Just because he's, 50-something and he's not as big as, like, The Rock doesn't mean he's natty.
Every single person in WWE's got to be juicing.
I would say almost all, but I don't think all.
Yeah.
I'd say 9 out of 10.
There's a few lean bodies.
John Cena's another one.
John Cena, for sure.
Yeah, I did a natty on him. He's like, I swear I've natural my whole life. I just don't believe it. He's
Yeah.
just too old and looks that good.
It's like the same situation with The Rock then.
I don't think he's on the Rock doses, though. I think
No.
he's on a normal HRT, peptide kind of protocol, but it's still like banned by WAD. It's still like, I don't think he's passing a drug test.
Right. But, I mean, like, same situation as in, like, he doesn't want to come out and then...
Well, yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've done a natty and not on a lot of people. Dang.
Yeah, I keep getting suggestions. You guys mentioned the Costco boys.
The Costco guys.
I can't even remember.
Costco
I don't
guys.
have a clue who these guys
I can't believe
even
you've
are.
never seen those.
Yeah,
We
no
bring
idea.
the boom.
What was that?
No idea.
So you're a teacher. Want to talk any... Do you miss being a teacher?
I miss teaching the elementary kids, the youngest ones, because every day I went to school, I felt like I was Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Because every day I open the door to get the kids to line up, and you look at them, and they look at you, and every face lights up. Like, imagine, like, it's like kind of like when you see some fans that really like you, and they see you, and they recognize you, and then I would, every single day, every class I had that when I taught phys ed, the young kids. Now, older kids is like,
Yeah.
in high school, he's going to make, but like grade primary one, it's like, it's basically to them, it's like, it's playtime. This is the highlight of their day.
True.
We get to go to gym class. Like, I don't know if that's how you felt when you were a kid.
100%.
Up
That
until
was me.
grade 12, I was still excited for gym class.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was
wasn't
like that
smiling
too.
cheek to cheek, but like it was definitely the best class to take.
Oh, I loved it. So I would go to school and I'd see the kids and they would line up and they're so excited, tell me their stories. We'd go in the gym class and have fun. I just like to goof around and so I loved it. And I kind of wanted to have it so that my goal is to have every kid like phys ed, because what happens is there's a big drop off, in particular by women. Like when I was doing my master's and stuff, they wanted me to get my PhD to do like on female participation dropout rates, because women tend to drop out of phys ed starting in grade 7. It really, there's men and women both like phys ed a lot as they're kids, and then they get older, and then way more women drop out. And by high school, there's hardly any girls taking physical education.
I didn't even know you could skip that.
In high school, to me, it was an elective, so maybe it's different in Canada. But like when I taught high school phys ed, there'd be like one girl and 20 guys, and they'd be all like, "What are you playing?" "We want to play football." And I'm like, so I was like, this has to stop. So when I went with those kids, I'd be like, so today we're doing ballet, and the kids, all the football, like the tougher guys, I'm not doing that shit. I'm like, they have to put up with your football every freaking day. Yeah. We're doing ballet because they need a chance. Like, so I was trying to speak up for the kind of the people that always got talked down. Because a lot of phys ed teachers walking in, what do you guys want to play? Dodgeball, floor hockey, football. It's never dance and cheerleading. So I would do almost all like female-centered sports, or sports that were more like co-ed, like ultimate frisbee, stuff like that.
Get them more involved.
Yeah, because the women or the people who had less talent were always kind of like, they'd never get the ball, they'd never have somebody pass to them. So I just had ways to get the weaker or less able kids into the gym. So that was my goal. I was like, I want all these young kids to like phys ed so that when they get older, they want to keep doing it and they want to be active. Because like my channel is all about, like, people see the natty or nots and like the trolls, but it's like trying to help people to do cardio, like 150 minutes cardio a week, going to the gym, feeling good about your body, having realistic, healthy body expectations, not having body dysmorphia. That's really what the channel's about. The people that watch me enough get that, but people that just come in for 1 or 2 videos are like, that's just that screaming guy. It sounds like the parrot from Aladdin. But like, you know, that's not the channel.
Yeah.
It's basically a motivational channel to change yourself to be your best person, whether it's in the gym, like mental, physical, spiritual, social, like all aspects of health. That's what the channel's about. But people don't really get that because they just see the screaming parrot from Aladdin, but they don't see the hidden messages in every video.
No, 100%. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that your channel was to promote anything other than that, to be honest. But like, well, down to its roots. Down to its roots. But that's cool. Back to the teacher thing. I had a question, but maybe I think I just drew a blank though.
No, that was super smart because, yeah, honestly, would girls or get into ball and football or frisbee or getting past them?
Well,
that should be lame. I'd drop out too.
Well, when I was in school, we all picked this. You're pulling my cord, bud.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. When I was in high school, or just any, like in high school you get to pick your own sports.
Yeah.
And then there was like ping pong. You could do the ping pong was a sport. Everyone loved that. Volleyball, you could do volleyball. You can go outside, play football, like touch football. So I thought that was cool, but it was like mandatory.
Oh,
like
wow.
Everyone
had to take phys ed at your school.
Yeah.
I would have liked it, but it was optional.
I almost think every year you had to take it, and I mean, dude, we live in America. I think it.
Man,
it
we
should
had
be
none.
mandatory.
It was optional. So like my twin brother, who's a genius.
Yeah.
This is what they did. So they set up phys ed at the same time as some Smarty Pants course. So phys ed and physics, advanced chemistry, all this is at the same time. I'm like, I'm taking phys ed. I don't care what option. It could have been phys ed. My brother was good in sports. He was good in sports too, but smarter. And he's like, well, I would take phys ed, but it's at the same time as physics, chemistry, bio. I can't not take those. I want to be a chemist when I get older. Yeah. So he didn't have the option to take phys ed. So he took no phys ed in high school.
Damn.
And I was like, I knew it was wrong, but like I'm a kid in school. I can't go to the principal and say, you should set up the courses differently. Like they're like, what are you, some stupid ass kid? Like I don't care what you think. But then when I got older, I was like, I want to be the one that decides what sports are being done in school. Like I would argue, like they were going to cut phys ed program at my school, and I argued, there's science that presents that people who go to phys ed learn more and they retain more information. It's like a stress relief, and it's proven in science like that. You know, phys ed is that important. So I just put up a stink, and then they added a position. I was able to keep my job. I was only going to have like half position and double the phys ed classes because they were trying to get the kids to only have one phys ed class a week out of a 7-day.
That's crazy.
Like a 7-day cycle.
Yeah.
I'm like, one class of 40 minutes a week is not enough. And so they doubled it. And I'm like, thank God. But I was going to lose half of phys ed position. But you had to argue for it.
Yeah. Wow. Damn.
Yeah. So
one a week?
It's sad. I didn't get I got my master's in kinesiology and administration, so I could be a principal or whatever of a school. But eventually I got caught selling steroids. I can't be a teacher because I'm a naughty boy.
That's what ended your career being a teacher?
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't.
Okay.
I have a criminal record, so I can't be a school teacher. So.
Damn.
Yeah. But they wanted me to go to get my PhD in in female dropout. But I don't like researching that much. Like I was like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like sometimes like when you're really good in school, they just keep pushing you to get more and more schooling. But I was like more of a doer. I didn't want to just sit there and research behind the scenes and just research, even though they encourage it because there's not many people that want to do this kind of stuff to further the position. But I was like, I just want to get out there and teach. Like I didn't want to do the research. I just wanted to be a doer. So I chose not to keep going that route. But I did that long ago. My master's was like 2008, and I went to school from 94 to 98. So this is ancient times ago.
And what? So you got your master's after, and what were you doing then for work?
I was a school teacher. I was doing my master's on top of school. Like I was doing my summers. I would go and study.
Then what was the point where you committed to like doing social media and stuff the full time? I
was doing that after school was done, like full time. Like I wasn't a teacher. I needed to get more jobs. Like I need to make money. I need to get.
So
more.
You were doing it like simultaneously
while I was teaching? No. I was coaching on the side. But once I lost my teaching job, it's like, okay, well, I need to make money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing more YouTube videos and try to become more of a mainstream like coach and get people around the world because like I couldn't make money just from teaching.
So there was a point where you were like, was there?
I was always coaching people. And I turned pro about 4 days before I got arrested.
Yeah.
So I'm an IFBB pro, then I'm getting like the sponsorship deals, and everything's going great.
Okay.
Everyone wants to hire me as their coach, and then I get busted, and then no one wants to talk to me because they're like, oh my God, Greg's busted. Everyone's going to know I'm on steroids if they know that I'm being coached by him. So then a lot of people backed out, and then it took me time to rebuild.
So were you making good money off of the
coaching? Always was making good money coaching.
Yeah.
Teaching doesn't pay much.
Right.
Teachers are
I'm aware of
not
that.
poor, but they're not doing good.
Right. And was there ever a point where you're like kind of broke after everything going down, or you were always kind of
arrested,
like after university?
After I got arrested.
Oh, after you
I lost everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to pay like 100-something thousand lawyer fees, and I had to pay the fines, and I had like a cardboard box and like a rental, and I remember the TV screen was on top of the cardboard box, and I had a mattress on the floor and a cardboard box, and borrowed like utensils from my family, and just I had no money at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. Maxed out credit cards and stuff, and I just started from scratch and just started grinding, and then
Just kept going.
Yeah,
Just
made it
never
happen.
stopped. Hell yeah, man.
I was never a materialistic person. Like, I never needed money, so it was fine. It's like, man, I got a friggin' like roof over my... I didn't care. Even though I have nice things now, it's only because I can get it. I don't need it.
Right.
I didn't care. So I just started from scratch, and then, geez, man, the coaching went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, honestly, when I was making like $100K a year, I felt like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm making $100K. Mm-hmm. And then when it was like...
Hell yeah.
$500,000 and then like three, I was like, all that 1 year, trust me, when your coaching prices go up fivefold and you're coaching a lot of people, like I couldn't believe I was making that kind of money.
Right.
Like I was like, I don't even dare tell anyone.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna like me. They're gonna hate me. People are jealous, envious. Like like could only tell a few friends. Like, you know what I'm doing now? Like, yeah.
Damn.
It was good times.
Good times.
Yeah, it was fun. Like reflecting back and like thinking of like the growth of the channel and like everything. It was like surreal. Like it was 100x bigger than I thought I could ever do.
Wow.
So it'd be kind of like thinking maybe I'll run an 11 in a 100-meter dash. Like you're maybe at 18, and then you break the world record, and you're like, I can't believe I ran a 9.5 or something. It was 100x more than my wildest dreams. Like if I did at 10% of what I've accomplished, I would still be like, I can't believe I did that. This is just, it's nuts. Like I could retire, I could snap my fingers and never do anything again. And what I've done, it's like when I reflect on it, I can't believe what happened.
That's great.
It's like wild.
Yeah.
You must feel the same way. Like, I mean, just
definitely
your following you have and the people watching your videos, it's like, it's crazy. Like to walk into a fitness conference, have like 1,000 people saying like, I lost weight, I bought your cookbook, and like, I can't believe I watch your videos and you're my favorite guy. And it's like it's non-stop. Like it's just feels pretty good.
No, yeah.
100%. The year before I went full time, I made like 34,000 that year.
Yeah.
And then just fucking 10 times.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a great feeling. And especially like you're young, and so it probably doesn't feel quite as good because like I was like 44 years old when I started to make money.
Sorry about that, guys. We got our audio recorder ended, so
it overheated. The room's too hot.
You know, it is hot in here, bro. It is hot. But it's good. It's not bad. I don't know what we were...
I like the conversation we were just at.
We're talking about the fitness industry and the amount of people who are suffering. Are we even allowed to say eating disorders in the podcast without getting demonetized? I always say visiting the washroom to do number 3 to represent excreting calories from the other exit.
Your verbiage is good.
It's like, man, like I'm so careful in my videos because everything gets demonetized. It's like you got to play Russian roulette with every word. It's like, man, it's...
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That should be fine. But so you recommend main gaining over the bulking and cutting?
Yeah. So one of the biggest problems with bulking and cutting, not that it doesn't work. I mean, it works equally well to main gaining. The literature is very clear on this. It's just people are so stuck in like the 1980s that think that's the way to do it. You got to bulk. They're both equally well. But the problem with bulking and cutting is that every time you go on a bulk, you lose the physique you once had, and then you kind of like look back on it and you can develop body dysmorphia. Versus if let's say you're 10%. If you're always 10%, you're going to be like, oh, I look good. I'm 10%. You go on a bulk and you go up to 20, and now all of a sudden you feel fat. And then you might cut down. Once you do a bodybuilding competition, it's way worse. You're 10%. Let's say you got shredded. You're 5. You see 5. We were talking to that girl at the gym. She's like, I don't like my body now. I gained 10 pounds, but she looks great. And it's like, so what you're seeing is you cut down to 5% body fat. You now see yourself in the mirror with the tan and the glaze, and you're all shredded. And then following the contest, you go back to 10, which you are now, which you feel great at.
Yep.
Now you feel fat. bulking and cutting. And the more times you do that, the worse it gets. And you reflect and you remember that old image, and then you never feel good enough. There's so many people that do bodybuilding competitions, bikini and so on. They had no problem, but once they did a show, now they have an eating disorder.
Yeah, no,
I would say 50%. It's absolutely through the roof. That's why I caution so many people. Don't compete unless you really want to. If it's like you're on the fence, it's a hard no.
Yeah.
If you're like, yes, it's for me, then do it.
That's me. I'm not even close. I'm not even on the fence. I'm just like not
if you need to be
into
convinced, I'm like, man, you have a great physique. Look at your arms. If you competed, you'd probably win. It's a no.
Right. That's where I'm at. If people try to convince, he would love for me to do it, and like I think it would be cool.
I want to see him shredded.
I know. I just know it's just never been me, man. There's never been like an itch in my body where it's like, oh, I want to be on that stage. Like, no, I've always just heard it's miserable. You're like, you're tired. You lose your sex drive. You're hungry all the time. Like, you get body dysmorphia to the max, and then hearing about eating disorders, I'm like, dude, why the hell would I want to do that?
Exactly.
And then like the reward is very little. I mean, if you do social media, it can make sense. It can help your business because you're posting about it, and I think that's probably the biggest reward. But like, you don't win anything, and you spend a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
it's like one of the most expensive sports.
You need to want to do it. Like, I personally don't feel like climbing Mount Everest. Yeah. I think it's cool. Anyone that does it, the work that takes, the training, I don't want to.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, I'd say go for it. But if I'm like, maybe I should do Mount Everest, the person that climbed Mount Everest is like, you maybe? Do you know how much walking you got to do up that mountain?
Yeah.
And how much breathe? Like, no. You need to be like, I can't wait to do this.
Yeah.
It's got to be for you.
Yeah. That's like both of us. We're not into like the sport of bodybuilding like that.
Yeah.
Like me, everybody's like, why don't you do a show? It's like, I'm a normal ass dude.
Yeah.
I still dabble in alcohol. I eat whatever the hell I want, but I'm very mindful, right? 80% I know what I'm eating. And 20%, yeah, I'll fuck off and I'll go eat with the guys or whatever it may be. You know, I have my cheat meals and everything. And I'm perfectly fine. 3 years I've been main gaining, or yeah, about 3 years, probably longer than that. And I felt
your whole life you've probably never been even somewhat chubby.
Right. And I've never really, okay, now I want to be bigger, of course, but at the same time, I could whip off my shirt at any point and be confident.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? I don't feel the need to bulk.
Yeah. I was 180.6 pounds, and I'm an old guy, and I've gained 11.4 pounds since whenever I went to Dubai. I don't know, it's been like 6 months. At 49. I haven't bulked. I just main gain my way upwards, slowly, steadily. And it's like, that's the way to go. Like, why would I want to just eat a lot, get up to 200 and something pounds, get sloppy, start losing every bike race because it goes by your weight, and the heavier you are, the slower you go.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I'm losing my bike races to then cut down again so that I have like 1/2 ounce more muscle than I did when I was main gaining.
Right.
And then you feel like shit the whole time you're on a diet. You feel like shit bulking. Some people are force feeding. Then you feel like shit dieting. Versus every day, you see the food that we're eating. That's why I eat every day. This is my life. Does that sound like a hard thing to do? It's like, it's great. Why would I not want to do that all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never counted a calorie in my life.
I've counted way too many calories in my lifetime.
Never tracked anything ever.
He really hasn't.
No, seriously haven't. I just learned. Like, I definitely don't even hit my protein. Definitely some days. I try to, like, just in my mind, I kind of just like, okay, I had that. That's around about this amount. That, whatever, protein bar, protein shake. I try to, like, you know, reach around 180 grams of protein a day, but, like, I definitely don't always, and I'm perfectly fine with that, man. Like, I feel good. I'm fine. I still lift heavy. I definitely want to come around to, like, paying a little bit more attention to it to actually, like, see what I could look like if I just took, you know, just made sure I'm hitting, like, certain goals. But yeah, that's really what I am. That's why my code on everything is GYMBRO, because I'm just a GYMBRO.
What I'm seeing is like the average viewer's watching, and they're seeing 3 guys that basically are, well, we did 8, 10, and 12% body fat, very, very lean, very athletic. None of us are really dieting that hard. We're not really suffering that much. And then they're watching, they're probably 30% body fat, thinking, well, how do I get to this physique? But it's really genetics. Like, you guys are just born with great genetics. That's why they want you to compete. That's why you want he to, because you both have great genetics. Other people train for 5 straight years. They don't look like any of you two. They wish their dream physique is either of you. They wish, even in their wildest dreams, they'd never get there.
That's crazy.
But it's their genetics.
Yeah.
Like, when a guy's 400 pounds or like 5, like I coached this guy, Brentley G.
Yeah.
He was 574 pounds. He's right now, he's 330. I was writing him the other day, we got to do another video together. He's like, oh, I've only lost 2.5 pounds the last 6 weeks. I feel really bad. I'm like, bro, you're still losing weight. You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know how different? He's like, I can run up a flight of stairs. Before, he had to take one step at a time.
Yeah.
Like, the difference, but he's still 330.
Yeah.
like for him to be in your shape, he'd have to lose another 100 pounds. It's probably not realistic.
Yeah.
So just the genetics, like for them, just to be of normal weight is like, it's like almost impossible.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
So
It's
we're
crazy.
just blessed.
For
like
sure.
I know we all put in the work, like we're going to the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
But even if we slacked off, if we just gambled all day long and sniffed creatine, we'd probably still look aight.
Yeah.
I'd be probably like 25%.
That's a
I'd be
perfect way to describe
okay.
it. Yeah.
I wouldn't be like a friggin' like I wouldn't have abs and stuff,
Yeah.
but like it would be okay. Other guys, when they eat normal, they're 300 pounds. And it's just it's sad.
Yeah.
It's genetics.
Yeah.
You know something that's a pet peeve of mine, and I was thinking about it the other day. I'm gonna let you speak on yours after if you have one, but it's the people that are like, oh, people say I have good genetics, and then they show their starting point, and it's like, dude, that's the literal definition of good genetics. Are you an idiot?
I literally it oozes with anger when I see those posts, and I'm like, Greg, you can't pick on every single person. I did it once, and I was like, Greg meant revenge. Some guy was like me with like the before and after and the genetics, the whole like exactly describing, and I was like, this is exactly why you have great genetics. Look what you did. Your starting point is already amazing, and look at your end point. That's genetics.
Yeah.
I tell
It makes
people all
me
the
so
time.
mad.
I'm realistic. I'm like, I was blessed. I've never not have abs in my life.
Yeah.
At my very heaviest, when I was drinking every single day, just at like a year-long bender freshman year of college, I was at my heaviest, like 174, I think was my peak. I still had a six-pack. I mean, I look like shit. I didn't have no
I make
muscle.
videos and I'll say, I have elite level genetics and that's why I look like this way. And they'll just be like, you're such a bragger. You're showing off. And I'm like, I'm taking away the power that I put into it to say, in a humble way, the reason that I'm able to be a pro is because of my genetics. If I didn't have my genetics, there's no way, no matter how much training I do, I'd get an IBB Pro card. And they think I'm bragging about it. I'm trying to say, like, it's genetics.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have my genetics, you can train harder than me, smarter than me, and do everything perfect and not even get a six-pack. It's just, it's not for you. Like, it's not in your cards.
Yeah, that's not bragging. That's being realistic.
But people just, I guess they try to hate, but, like, yeah.
I mean, it's
Of course, they'll
frustrating.
come back and
It's
say,
kind of-
how can you have elite genetics? You're 5'6". I'm like, okay, touche. But like,
Right. True.
It
I mean, none of us are
hurt me
tall.
in terms
So.
of being a pro, like for
Right.
bodybuilding. Like,
We're
you don't
talking
really have
about
to be
physiques.
tall.
Yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
the actual physique, not being tall, because neither of us were blessed. None of us were blessed
Yeah.
with that.
You're both 5'8", and I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
We're both officially short kings.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Mhm. What do you keep saying? Manlet?
Manlet.
What's that mean?
A manlet is like a short, really short person, like usually like 5'4" or something, but like just a mini man.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Manlet.
It's funny.
Michael Hearn will call me a manlet quite often.
Oh, yeah?
it's
He's
just
talked
a
about
thing.
you before?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, my God.
Every time he drops my name, I basically do a response video. It gets 500,000 views.
That's
People
good.
love the Greg and Mike beef.
Yeah.
And then I sent him my cookbook.
Yeah? You
Yeah,
sent
he
him it?
promoted the cookbook. Oh, yeah.
He promoted it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
so
it
you
was
think
hilarious.
he doesn't actually hate you then?
I can't imagine why. Like, why,
Yeah.
like,
I
I
don't
think he's
know.
like me. I just picture he's probably at home promoting his thing, and
Yeah.
I'm doing a natty or not, and he's thinking, well, obviously he knows I'm not natty, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to be like, yeah, Greg, like in secret, like I'm on trend.
Yeah.
So he's just like, oh, that manlet Greg Doucette saying I'm, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's just like boys. Like,
I don't think he hates me. I think
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, it
I
could
think
be
he's
like
a
literally the
smart
same thing.
businessman.
Uh-huh.
That's what I think he's doing.
And look what he's doing with Baby Don't Hurt Me.
Man, what an epic freaking, I mean, the most viral meme I think ever.
Yeah.
Maybe
in
not
the
more
fitness
than
world.
the Hawk Tool, but in fitness, oh my God.
I can tell you
He
one.
took that and ran with it. Good for
Oh,
him.
it's still going.
I mean, he
every other day I see something going on.
he took advantage of that to the fullest.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
You
Honestly.
know, I think it's funny. Some of them have me geeking. I'm like, I can't believe he just captioned that video this.
Yeah.
You know? But, like,
But
shit.
other than that, the genetics thing, is there a big pet peeve? Other than the genetics, is there a big pet peeve of yours in the fitness industry?
The thing that bothers me the most, I mean, just maybe the stupid arguments that people have over stuff that they don't know about.
Yeah.
Like when people think that they know something when they don't. Like if I know because I've read a study or researched it and I'm like wholeheartedly believe in it and they just say some bullshit. For example, that it's not about calories in, calories out. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no. Or like a guy like Eddie Abu that'll be like, if you eat Eddie Abu has 4 million followers on Instagram. He's a former IFBB pro. He's about 60, and he preaches just eat eggs. And he was making videos like, if you cut out the reason that you guys have like depression and stuff is because you're eating carbs and just like such nonsense. And some of the stuff he says is good,
Yeah.
like don't eat processed foods. But other stuff like if you eat apples, it's bad for you. all sugar is bad, no matter what. Fruit, like an apple. So I'm like, so if I'm a mom and I have a 5-year-old child and I watch Eddie's video, I'm going to take the apple out of that kid's hand and say, you can't have an apple. That's the advice you're giving. All sugar from any sort, fruit included, is bad.
That's insane.
What kind of message is that? But they're like, yeah, but he said that processed foods are bad. Would you disagree with that? I'm like, no, not that part. But the part about the fruit, like, let's talk about that. No, you can't win.
Yeah. That's insane.
How do you feel about fruit? Because like when it comes to like sugars,
I'm a fan of fruits, vegetables, I'm good for carbs.
Yeah. I'm not big on like having a lot of sugar, but when it comes to fruit, I'll eat as much as I want.
Absolutely. Like I was at a restaurant last night and some fans came over. How do I lose weight? I'm like, what you want to do is add as much fruit and vegetables as possible, and that's my advice. Like, well, what do I have to cut out? Add more of that, and you'll cut out everything else that you would have been eating. Like if you stop eating chips, bagels, pretzels, candies, and eat more fruits, I don't care which one, you're gonna lose weight.
People don't understand like how filling vegetables is, because like now that I'm bulking, I'll have a shit ton of broccoli, and it's like 100 calories.
You can't eat broccoli on a bulk because it's just not calorie dense enough.
Right. Exactly. That's
like
what I was getting at.
A pound of mushroom is gonna be like 100 calories.
I'll track it and it pisses me off how low calorie it is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you can't. Like you can just eat as
space.
much fruit and vegetables as you want. No one is fat from eating bananas. You'd be like, you gotta cut out bananas. There's too many calories. There's not one of you that weighs 400 pounds from eating too many bananas. Stop it right
bananas,
now.
bro.
None of
Bananas,
you
bang.
ate too many apples.
Like
try eating 10 apples. Try it. You can't do it,
dude.
It's like
apples will fill you up.
Yeah.
If you want to cut, like eat some apples, man.
Yeah.
Like in between, like if you like, oh, I got a craving, eat an apple, bro. They're sweet as hell. You'd be surprised.
I push fruits and vegetables on everyone. When I first started dieting, people were like, you have to cut out all the sugar. They're like, Greg, you can't eat carrots. There's sugar in it. I'm like, you guys are insane. There's only like 30-something calories per 100 grams. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no, I'm eating my carrots.
What do you think these people are just watching like one YouTube video, getting convinced, and then they're running with it?
I think that's exactly what happens. They see one thing and they go with it. The people, like, okay, there's every video for everything in the world. At this point, no matter what you believe, somebody said it somewhere.
Yeah.
So if what you do is you get positively reinforced by the things that you want to believe in.
Yeah.
So if you want to believe that Trump is bad, you're going to watch enough videos to prove he's bad. But if you want to think that Trump is good, there's every single video that's going to support Trump's good. So whatever you want to believe, you're going to be shown enough videos, and now the algorithm is so smart, they show you what you want. So you keep presenting the same story. So if you think that calories in, calories out doesn't work, you're going to be presented with enough guys with science saying it's proof it doesn't work. But if you believe the opposite, then you're going to be shown the opposite. So you can't argue it. Like if somebody believes that you can just eat as many calories as you want, like there was this guy, some scientist guy, I forget his name, he would say, blah, 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 that guy, like people that, he was saying he was eating 6,000 calories a day and lost 15 pounds. And I was like, no, it's not the key. And he's like, no. And he argued that there's no such thing as calories. It was just craziness. But he has like 20,000 followers. 20,000 people believe him.
Damn.
Just eat as much as you want, as long as it's not from carbs, and you won't gain weight.
Oh, so he's like a keto guy?
One of those. Carnivore. As long as it's that, you can't gain weight.
What?
He said he lost 15 pounds in, like 6 weeks, eating 6,000 calories a day. The man was 150 pounds.
Through carnivore?
Just, yeah.
You know how hard that is to do carnivore and just eat
I
6,000?
would hate to do that diet, but like the reason why carnivore works is because you've cut out so many food options that you're not eating enough calories. It's not the carnivore diet that caused the weight loss. It's the fact that you can't get in, like you said, 6,000 calories from just eating steak. It's like you're full.
Right.
Yeah.
So dense. Like, no.
Yeah, that's why my diet promotes low calorie dense foods. Like my cookbook, it's primarily like those pumpkin muffins and stuff. Like they're so low in calories that you can't eat enough to be full. Like to get in the calories, you're full. So it prevents you from gaining weight because you're full all the time.
Yeah.
So if you eat like low calorie dense foods versus high calorie dense foods, it can make a big difference in your ability to lose weight. It's all about being full.
Yeah.
People cheat on their diets because they're hungry. Like I'm full right now. I ate supper. Like if somebody brought in a cheesecake, I'm like, yeah, I don't really want some.
Yeah.
But if I did, I'd eat some fruit first, and then they'd be like, yeah, I don't want the cheesecake because I'm full from the strawberries.
Yeah.
But if I didn't eat filling foods, the cheesecake's there and I eat the cheesecake, I eat the whole cheesecake. Now I'm 2,000 calories in.
Good point.
What's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream by far.
What flavor?
Creamy?
I like, what's that one? The chocolate peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter.
Really? Soft
Yeah.
served or hard?
I don't want to say this, but I like it hard.
Harder than last time?
Very much so.
Clip that.
That's why I got the blender, and I got the Ninja Creamy now. I got the things in the freezer. Like, yeah, I recognize trigger foods for me: ice cream and cereal. And so if I'm on a diet, or if I'm like trying to maintain, and I'm old enough now, I just keep that out. I don't have the cereal and I don't have the ice cream in the house anymore. Because like once I would start a 2-liter, I could eat the whole thing in another. I'm like, now I'm 4,000 calories in. And I'm like, it's not good. Box of cereal, I'll just eat a handful. There's no more cereal left.
Yeah.
So
once you get back into cereal, it's like,
it's
you're
trigger
addicted.
foods.
Yeah.
And the foods now, they're so good.
Yeah.
I don't even know the names of all these things, but I'm like, I can't have that cinnamon crunch thingy.
Yeah.
That's just, no, it's too good.
You're a Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy?
Oh my God, I can't have that. It's like, no. So I just know I can have that in the house.
Yeah.
Because anytime I'm even slightly hungry, I'm going there. But like, you've seen my fridge. I just eat whatever's in the fridge. There's so much good food, so there's no way I'm going to gain weight.
Yeah, you give yourself no option to dodge what's already right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's being proactive.
Yeah.
Recognizing trigger foods. Like if I'm going to eat ice cream, well, I won't have ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, cereal's bad when you don't need milk and it still tastes banging, you know?
Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean I won't eat cereal or ice cream, but I don't have it in the house. So if I go out somewhere like a restaurant, like I'll go to the Bike Thief or something, and I'll have that chocolate peanut butter ice cream, and I'll be like, I'll eat there, and it's probably 1,000 calories in a bowl.
Yeah.
But it's like once a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not in my house every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no temptations.
Exactly.
The recorder was off when you were talking about Diet Coke, or you were talking about your diet soda. You say you drink like 6 a day?
6 of these a day. These are low caffeine because I was, at one point I was addicted to caffeine in a bad way. Like I was taking well over a gram a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was having like 3 cups of coffee for breakfast. It was just ridiculous. And then I went on a month detox. Headaches the first couple days.
For sure.
I felt like shit. I was not depressed, but like I wasn't happy.
When was this?
It was probably 2 years ago. I made a video on it, and then when I introduced it back after a month, I had a half of a scoop of the scoops of pre-workout.
Yeah.
Not a full scoop, not 2, a half of one.
Yep.
And I was like ending my fast. I was like, I'll just do half a scoop, and I was recording a video, and I was like, I feel high. I'm on something.
Damn.
I'm like, woo! Like I was like, this is special.
Yeah.
I was like, if you've never had caffeine before, and for the first time you have a hit, it's a freaking drug.
No.
Like we're so
for sure.
like oblivious to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned, Mepsigram says like 2 of the Ventis every breakfast, 330 milligrams each. Cold brews. I'm like, that's 660 milligrams of caffeine. She's like, I go to bed dreaming of it. I'm like, it's like a hit for you. This is your fix. She's like, I want to go to bed because I need to wake up and have my coffee. Like, I can't wait there.
That's
addicted.
crazy.
Like a drug, like whatever, like sniffing creatine. It's like,
Yeah.
I would say it's almost as addictive as that. Like for some people, they need it.
Right.
Like,
Holy
don't
shit.
give me a day without caffeine. There's no way.
Yeah.
So at that point, I don't even think it's giving them a hit anymore. I think it's getting to baseline.
Yeah.
So what about the people that complain about the aspartame in diet soda?
They have so much. They don't understand the research. They don't understand that you need such an abnormally high dose for so many decades to have a problem that it's ridiculous. So what they do is they misconstrue the information. So for example, the World Health Organization, the WHO, said that aspartame. Somebody said this: aspartame is a carcinogenic, which means it causes cancer. Mm-hmm. They said this. This was in a video. I watched it 2 days ago. And it's like, no, they put it in class 3 or class 2. I forget which class is what. And it says possibly may be carcinogenic. That's a big difference then. It is carcinogenic. So they didn't have definitive proof that it's not. Guess what it's in the same category as? Aloe vera.
Really?
Aloe vera is in that same category. The one that you put on your skin when you have like a sunburn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you just made a video saying that this is going to kill you because of aspartame. But in that same category, aloe vera's there. You didn't say that anytime you rub on aloe vera, you're going to have potential like cancer. So they go with one thing, they mislabel it, they present it to an audience who then rolls with it. They watch that video and then they say, Greg, you're a freaking cancer cookbook because you have aspartame in some of those recipes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's potentially cancerous because they say they don't know that it may or may not be. So they can't definitively say with 100% certainty, we know there's no possible way it could cause cancer. But like when you go and really research it, 40 cans a day, roughly 20 years. Safe.
40 cans a day?
40.
Holy shit.
So you think I'm
For
worried
20
about
years.
6? Of all the things I should worry about, the fact that I'm in the same room as somebody smoking a cigarette.
It'd always be the
I'm
people
like-
that will have like awful habits that are like, Diet Coke's bad for you. Just drink the real one. I'm like, I'd
Worried
rather.
about this as you're drinking a beer, which is a class 1 carcinogenic, without question, is killing people with certainty. But you're worried about my aspartame as you're freaking drunk on wine. Like, fuck you. That's what I'm thinking. This is insanity to me. But I have to put up with that. So I'm sitting there listening to these people, and I can't always be Greg Doucette calling everyone out. Some is my friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot, but like, go on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, are you done talking? Now, this is what's actually happened. And I've had to have this story about the aloe vera. I've told it 20 times.
Yeah.
Because do you know how many times people bring that up to me?
Okay.
Because they see the study and they see that, and it's like, I'm like, it's in the same class as aloe vera. Are you scared about aloe vera?
Yeah.
Because if you are, then I'll go with you. But guess what? 2 steps up is the beer that you're drinking in your hand right now.
Yeah.
Like, we'll literally be at a party. My friend's drinking alcohol and sniffing creatine, and I'll be drinking a Diet Coke, and they're talking about the aspartame. I'm like, what are we even doing right now? We're actually having this discussion. It just blows my mind.
Oh,
like,
that's
come on,
hilarious.
Like, give me my advice here. It's not that bad.
Yeah. And I'd still rather have 0 calories than get fat. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, diabetes is bad.
Right. Exactly.
Calories causes obesity, causes diabetes. There's 5 calories in that can. It's going to prevent me from. And so, how is the argument? And there's literally research to say, the more Diet Pop you drink, like 2 cans plus, they had whatever percent decrease in body weight, and it stayed off longer than people who drank water. So I made a video saying diet clickbait, water's healthier than Diet Pop, or Diet Pop is healthier than water. Because in the study, they gave people water or Diet Pop. The people who drank Diet Pop lost more weight and were more on the QR36 questions. It's this score that says how happy you are in your life and stuff. The people who are drinking the Diet Pop were happier overall than the people drinking the water. And they lost more weight and kept it off like 6 months after. They had kept off more weight and lost more drinking Diet Pop than water.
Wow.
And so I said, if you really want to lose weight, I would say have as much Diet Pop as you want based on the research.
Right.
But then people are like, you're bad, you're this cancer.
Yeah.
Keep yapping.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. That's funny. That's real. I didn't know that. All right.
I got a question. The fitness industry was turned into a reality show. Who would you vote off first?
Vote off?
There we go.
Let's see. Well, Eddie Abu comes to mind right away, straight away, just because we probably mentioned him. Yep. 4 million followers, and he gives some good information and some bad. And it's the kind of information, when you say some good and people don't know the difference, it's like, how do they know when he's saying something good or bad? I think those are the worst influencers. Like, you'd be thinking, well, get rid of the Liver King. There's not one person that looks at the Liver King and thinks I'm going to learn from him. You can't convince me at this point that anyone watches the Liver King and is like, yeah, I'm going to eat like liver and like. So I don't think he's causing a problem right now because I think he's outed so bad. So although his information is worse, I don't think he's worse for the fitness industry than somebody like Eddie Abu. So the worst guys, the ones I would vote out quickest, are the ones who give half good information and half bad because the bad is disguised as a good. Yep. You don't know which one is good or which one is bad. Those are the ones to be careful of.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know what's true.
Yeah, like a guy like Togi. I mean, at this point, can anyone watch Togi and think that anything he's saying makes sense? Like, can you watch him and think, yeah, I want to be like at this point, it's a joke. Like, it's like you guys, like, there's no way you're going to, like, think that that's what you should do. Like, but is a bad influence? Yeah, but, like, he's a comedian at this point. Yeah. Like, he's just an actor.
100%.
Like, when I watch a movie and there's a murderer, I'm not going to say, shame on you for being the murderer. I just think he's playing a character who happens to be like the murderer. It's like when you watch a movie, somebody's got to be the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, some people
they're just acting.
Yeah.
Togi, to me, is an actor. So when I make videos about him and I go hard on him, I feel like I'm not doing it to Togi. I'm doing it to the character that Togi portrays. Right. That character I'm critiquing. Him as a person, I have a different respect for him.
Right.
But the character he's playing, that's who I'm criticizing.
Mm-hmm. So you would vote off
Eddie Abu.
All right, you're all
He's
done.
gone. He's like so fresh in my head. Yeah.
I actually have a bunch of questions I wrote down. We could do like rapid fire.
Sure.
Wrap it up. Unless you had something else you wanted to.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we talked about some myths, but like here, biggest fitness myth you wish people stop believing.
Calories in, calories out.
Okay.
That one for sure.
If you could ban any exercise from the gym forever, what would it be?
Ban an exercise from the gym.
Yeah. it's just a waste of time.
Like one you see someone doing just pisses
Okay,
you off.
the exercise I think is the worst and the most useless is the front dumbbell raise.
Really?
These ones. Because you're working
Feels
on the
good,
front delt, which is overdeveloped in 99% of people.
Yeah.
And so you're working on a muscle that has too much development. You end up rounding your shoulders too much. Everyone should be working on the side delt and the rear delt. So it's a useless exercise that you shouldn't do. And the only reason people do it is because it looks cool. I'm not going to lie. When you're at 5% body fat and you do this in the mirror, you look pretty sick.
Yeah.
So I think it's an exercise you do to look in the mirror and have an excuse. Because you can't just go in the mirror and flex all the time. Like people are kind of like, yeah. But when you're doing an exercise, it gives you an excuse to check yourself out in the mirror. So half the time, like those side laterals, spamming the lateral raises, it's like, hey, I'm checking my physique out too. Like it's kind of it's a bonus. It's a 2-for-1.
Okay. That's fair. I like it. If you were a piece of gym equipment, what would it be?
This is a real question.
Yeah, it's a real question. You gotta answer it.
I would be a bike, I guess, because I like bike riding so much.
That's it.
But man,
That's
I don't
you.
want so many people sitting on me all day.
Well,
Better be
I
the
didn't look at
right.
it like that.
Better be the right person sitting on my face.
See?
Hip thrust machine.
Ooh, see?
Guys don't use that.
Barely.
I did today. So I don't know.
All right.
That's
I think
funny.
we all use that.
I
Or no?
I didn't do no hip thrust.
Oh, it
You
was
thinking of
the- it was
abductors?
the Audi.
Yeah.
I did get on it and pretend to before that little skit, but
Okay.
I
That's
do
fair.
the hip thrust too. I got one in the basement. You've seen it.
I do hip thrust.
So there you go.
That's a good workout.
I thrust my
It's a good
hips.
workout. Weirdest combination of food in the name of gains?
The weirdest combination for me or for like that I've seen.
No, for you. Like weirdest combination that you made for like maybe it was a cut and you just need to mix a bunch of things together.
Okay, when cutting, I would have to say that ketchup on my salad would probably be the weirdest thing that I would do, that I would consistently do.
That is weird.
Nasty.
That's weirder than the syrup on the salad because I think the syrup is more like it's a sweet.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would make a pizza salad and I would put like ketchup and syrup, like any flavor, and
Yeah.
it would just be like spinach or lettuce, and it'd be like a 200 calorie like concoction of just filler. Like I'm literally just so hungry right now.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. What am I gonna do? Just eat myself silly. Then I've got a full belly with 200 calories of lettuce and like ketchup and like syrup, low calorie Miss Buttersworth.
You'd mix
And
the
then
syrup
just-
and ketchup?
Yeah.
That's
Any flavor, like I'm telling you, where your flavor sense is fucked
Yeah, no, I
when
know.
you're dieting. Like when
I've
you're
heard.
at 5%, the things I've done at this point, like you'll put like tuna fish tastes delicious with like just pepper and mustard, like, and I hate tuna,
Yeah.
and it's amazing on a cut.
Yeah.
Everything tastes so good at that point.
Really? That's insane. I can
Yeah.
imagine because I would never.
That's how hungry you get. It's pretty crazy.
that's diabolical.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Well, it would be. Can I play it?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure on copyright.
Oh, you can just play it for.
Oh, it's not.
Just play it for like 5 seconds.
It's made for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't break any copyrights.
Oh, good. Great.
Who sent it to me?
I feel like it's about to be funny.
Yeah.
I think you'll laugh.
He thought about it right away, which was good.
Oh man, it's my theme
I'm
song
not trying
for
to stump
sure.
you.
All right, here it is. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. It's called Gregging My Doucette.
No shot. Kind of hard. A good beat. It's just kind of hard.
It's good.
Who made this? He's loving it, bro.
That's hard. That's kind of hard.
The back to back.
Thank you, Greg.
I can't believe. I'm so happy I asked that question.
That is some fans that just randomly sent that, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to use that at some point.
That's
And so here
awesome.
it is.
Dude,
It was
have
a good opportunity.
Have you used it yet?
I made a video, and then I was like, somebody made a song, and I kind of like played it, but
Yeah.
it's not been in any videos anywhere.
I don't know if you do gym edits, but that would go very hard on a gym edit.
What's a gym edit?
Like you working out and then going into posing, and when the beat drops.
Yeah, or like into your workout and they lower the lighting and then do some slow mo
And flex?
or
Yeah.
flex.
Workout
So,
or
like,
just to pose?
While it's building up,
Yeah.
hit some quick clips of you working out,
Yeah.
and then as soon as like the beat drop or like a port that goes really hard,
Like a good-
then you go
yeah,
into the
yeah.
posing.
Just have
that's a great
next time
idea.
you go to the gym, have someone film you and have your editor just cook you up an edit. Just say
Nice.
make an edit of this and
Make
use
an
the song.
edit of this. These are terms I don't
All you have to
understand.
say, make an
Make
edit.
an edit of this when it goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harder than last
on the
time.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like it's like every supplement that I sell pretty much, and like the cookbook, and
Yeah,
then there's
yeah.
a guy and a girl. I'm like, man, that's good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
that's
love
awesome.
you,
I was like, this is awesome. Like, I've had another person make a song of me like 3 years ago. It was pretty good, but not like this was like
Yeah.
pretty good, pretty.
I would
well
listen
done.
to that.
Like I was like vibing with it. I could feel that. Yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
pretty good.
man. No, the beat's hard and they were just flowing. They were flowing back. The back.
Yeah,
to
like
back's
there
kinda
was no
tough.
stop. It was
Uh-huh.
like the G test, and it's like, yeah,
Damn.
Greg, give me my Doucette. It was good.
I was almost not gonna ask that question. So good. Yeah. All right, you ever seen the movie Dodgeball?
Oh yeah, if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
Attaboy. Global Gym or Average Joe's?
I would have to be Global Gym.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to
Yes,
be.
you would. Yes,
Yeah,
you would.
there's no way I'm on the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I
With
could
the
see
Here at
you.
Global
Zoolander.
Gym, we're better than you.
Yeah. And we know it.
Yeah, the Zoolander pose.
Yeah.
You gotta go for Zoolander.
Yeah, 100%. That's so you. That's so you.
Blue Steel.
Blue Steel.
Yeah.
Yep. Non-fitness related bucket list. Not that. Yeah, just bucket list.
I've done all my bucket lists, I think, so far that I've ever wanted to do. There's nothing that I haven't done that I wish I could do
Okay.
right now.
Okay. You have to think on that. You have to ponder some more.
I'm thinking, is there anything I want to do? Because I'm like, why wouldn't I do it tonight? Like, what's stopping me? Is it a trip? Is it a travel? Like, not really. I've crossed off so many bucket list things I never thought I'd be able to do
Yeah.
that I can't even talk about on a podcast.
Okay.
That, like,
Oh, I bet.
I feel like I've lived every person's dream,
There you go.
and it's certainly my own.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Getting deep.
Getting deep. If you want to get deeper,
I got pretty deep.
Not gonna ask that one. Stupid. Okay. Last one I got for rapid fire. You have a pretty good collection of cars. You have 3. Very beautiful.
Used to have 4. Sold the G-Wagon.
You
Hated
did.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. You were talking about that. The GTS 63. GTS 63 and a 720. You have a dream car beyond those because those are all beautiful.
Honestly, like the Urus was a dream car. The Mercedes was a dream car.
I'd imagine.
And I never wanted a Lamborghini, like the regular Lamborghini, so I got the Urus and the McLaren with the doors open and the whole thing.
dude.
So I got that. And then I analyzed, like, what do I want next? And then I was like, no, I don't need a next. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no, because like the level of dopamine you get on each vehicle purchase, I don't think it's any harder than even I had an AMG, a G63, like just a normal AMG. I don't think it goes up that much more. So I don't think I'll ever get another better, crazier sports
Yeah.
car. Like I thought about it, and I'm like, do I really need to spend $2 million on a car living in Halifax
shit.
just to get?
What the hell are you looking at?
Well, like, and I'm like, why would I get it? Just because Andrew Tate? What's that car that Andrew Tate
Bugatti.
has? A Bugatti. I couldn't even think of the name.
Yeah,
And I'm
okay.
like, I don't even know anything about it, but Andrew Tate talks about it a lot. I'm like, I should just get a Bugatti. It's worth like $2 million. I was like, that would be cool. People think I'm like cool because I have a Bugatti, and then I'm like, I don't need this vehicle. Like, it doesn't mean like
bro,
I'm not
that thing-
materialistic. I don't, and I'm like, it's already
The maintenance
hard
that
enough to
thing
not
is
hit
such
that thing.
Stupid.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just not gonna get the Bugatti. Like, why do I need that?
Yeah,
Because,
$2
like,
million is
really, like, I
crazy.
don't need it. Like, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
happy now.
Yeah.
The materialism doesn't, like, I'm in my dream home right now, and it's like, could I buy a nicer one? Perhaps, but I don't want. It's already what I want. Like, so
It's massive.
I don't have any. Like, if you said, what is one thing you would want to buy? I have everything I want. Like,
Right.
I don't want a boat, so I don't have a boat. Like, I don't. There's nothing I crave for.
Yeah.
I just want to like know people better.
Yeah.
I'm more about having quality friendships now than everything, especially with the last breakup and like half your friends being on one side and the other half being the other, and you look at who are your 2 friends. So
Damn.
now about connections with people and like just getting to the next level, like self-actualization, like more like up the hierarchy of like achievements. And
I love that.
like it just, that's why I like don't watch TV. That's why I'm reading books and learning. Like,
You know what I love the most about that is because a lot of people give up around your, like, even before your age, too.
just want to retire, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I keep saying like retire is there's no retirement. New challenges.
I'm not even talking about retirement. I'm just meaning just, like, leveling up. Like, you're
like
just,
give up, like I could just retire.
Not even just retire, but like you're still willing to learn a new language, read books because you realize you were lacking in that department, right? And you were just like, oh, because I suck so bad at remembering names. Maybe if I read more and did more, I could train my brain. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, dude, I'm 35, man. I'm good. Like, I'm just going to go to my day-to-day, and I'm going to retire when I'm 65, and I got a pension, whatever. But, like, you got a massive house, you got beautiful cars, and you still go. And you keep going, and you're trying to, like, obviously, you do good. You're not sitting around
that's
on your
what my
ass
passion
watching TV.
is. I think that life for me has been about getting better at things.
Yeah.
I didn't care what it was. It's biking now. Maybe maybe biking will be 3 years and then it'll be golf. Like it's something.
Yeah.
Like, but right now I just want to be a better person, just better myself at everything. And so the TV was holding me back. Certain friends were holding me back. So I'm like, no, I'm trying to level up and just be better at everything. And it's not financial, although I think we're evaluated in our success as a man as how much money we're making. I'm like, I don't think I need to make more money to achieve that level. So to me, it's other things. Like, am I a good friend? Like, am I a nice person? Like, you know what I mean? There's other things that are more important. So it's not about the Bugatti.
Yeah.
Don't need that. Like,
It's not about the Bugatti. I think that's a great way to, like, sort of
Wrap it up.
wrap it up.
close
That's good.
Yeah, that's a really good way. Yeah, I don't have any more topics. Talked about a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Unless there's something that you wanted to leave the audience off
That's
with.
great.
Yeah,
Good for me.
Anything you want to plug, promote?
I want to plug turkesterone because
Shocker.
HCLT has actual turkesterone from Uzbekistan, and essentially all the turkesterone in the fitness industry isn't turkesterone, and it isn't even from the plant Ajuga turkestenica. Now, we've proven this, we've tested it, and so if you buy turkesterone from someone other than HDLT, it's probably fake. And so all the people that said I'm selling snake oil, the haters, I got you. I proved you wrong. I was honest all along. There you go. People think I was bullshitting. I'm like, do I sound like you've seen me off camera? Like, do I sound like a liar? Like, I just make shit? Like, I'm very much honest and truthful. I don't make up bullshit story. Like, if if it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
And so when I say I gained this much weight from this and this, it's like, and when I say I'm on this many milligrams of this and this, it's 100% what I'm doing. Like, I don't need to lie. Like,
Right.
I don't need the Bugatti. Like, I could buy several. I don't need it.
Yeah.
So like, why should I lie? I'm just honest, but people are haters. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point?
We're just jealous.
I think that's to an extent that's somewhat of it truth, but I feel like people just don't like people who are like really authentic and actually themselves. Like, I think people are so scared to be who they really are. And then when they see somebody who is, they're like, there's no way he's actually like that. There's no way he's being truthful. There's no way he could ever be that way.
Yeah.
Because people are so scared for other people to actually know them. I'm like, no, I want you to know exactly what I am. If you don't like me, that's cool. I'm totally fine with that, but this is who I am. If you don't like this guy, then cool. But yeah, that's what I think. I think that people are scared to actually let people know who they really are as human beings because they're scared to be judged.
Moral of the story,
It's a hard world.
Just be yourself. Just be your genuine self.
Yeah. It's hard, though, especially when you're younger. Like, I couldn't have done it when I was, like, 12. Like, as you get older, you get better at it.
I feel like it's even harder and harder now with, social media. You don't even know. You have probably so many kids with identity crisis and, like...
Well, look at the friggin' internet. You show you take 50 photos, you show your best one, and you pretend you have this life, and no one wants to know this, and you can't, like, let your true feelings out, or somebody might make fun of you, and no one has an honest opinion. They say what other people think, because if they say this, like, I think that bulking and cutting is equal to main gaining. Somebody else can't even say that. They'll be like, the studies said that bulking is... The study said, I'm not being criticized. It's what I read. They can't even say, this is what I believe. I'm like, I think this. If you disagree and make fun of it, that's cool. But this is what I think. I'm okay with it. Like, I can handle the criticism. Most people cannot handle people knowing who they really are. It's scary.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
No one's, like, comfortable in their own selves. And their own thoughts, and they can't form their own opinions or ideas, and
it's influenced and biased by what everyone thinks the other person's going to think when I say that. Like, when I say something, I know if my audience is going to be against it or not, but I'll still say it. I know what I should say, but I choose not to say it anyway because it's not what I really think. I'm okay with you hating me, but that's what I do.
Respect. Awesome.
There it is.
All right.
Well, guys,
Dude.
Coach Greg for you.
Yeah. Coach Greg.
Coach Greg in a nutshell.
Greg Doucette, ladies and gentlemen.
T-plug.
Yep. So we do have to shout out our sponsors of the
Yeah,
podcast.
we have some beautiful sponsors on this podcast, if you don't mind. We're both sponsored by a beautiful supplement brand, Ghost. If you want to save money on the best supplements in the world, Code SHREDZ will save you 20%, as well as
Code GYMBRO.
And the best shakers in the world. Y'all should know by now. Hilo makes best shakers in the game.
Yes, sir.
15% off when you use code PUMP, which supports the channel. So if Black Friday, y'all went crazy, we want to say it again. Thank you guys. We love y'all. We appreciate it.
Always appreciate you guys.
And last but
supporting,
not
using
least,
the codes.
we're going to have to give you some drip.
Yes, sir.
But we have one more sponsor, GLD. If you want a whole 50% off to get more drip for yourself, jewelry, code PUMP will save you 50% off at GLD.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot. 50%.
50% is a lot, right?
It's half price, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they know. Like, being somebody that sells stuff, like 50% is a lot.
It is.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a steal. So
Exactly.
go ahead and run over there.
But
Yeah.
other than that, guys, we want to say thank you so much for having us. Thank you for
Yes.
being a great
Thank
host.
you for coming.
No, seriously.
It's your work.
Yeah.
I just had to wait for you.
No.
It was a hell of a trip to get here, but man, this guy fed us multiple meals. He gave us a gift bag.
Yeah.
He brought us to the gym, brought us back, and he let us pod at his own house. So we genuinely appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much, Greg. It was an awesome. It was honestly. It was a pleasure.
bomb.
Yeah. No, it was fun.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
It's a good day.
Last-
Highlight of my month for sure.
Aw.
Yeah, it was
Hell
good.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's
it was
go.
awesome. I liked today more than my trip to Mexico.
Awesome.
This was like fantastic.
That means a lot.
Morning to night, man. It's been awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
Awesome. I love
Yeah.
that.
Love that. We'll end on that.
Good
But
memories.
last word to end it on.
Until next time,
Yep.
we're out.
Later.